sentimental, experimental. Love is worth fighting for. Feel like you're mental, weird and sentimental. Wish we could be here to slip to the beginning. I could stop, I could spin around. I keep time when I want your crown. I could stop, I will make you shine. I keep time when I want your crown. Don't you take it bad, I'm not really shy. Don't leave me on the side, cause I wanna ride with you tonight. And I feel like you're mental, weird and sentimental, experimental. Love is worth fighting for. Feel like you're mental, weird and sentimental. Wish we could be here to slip to the beginning. I can stop, I can spin around. I can time when I want your crown. I can stop, I will make you shine. I can time when I want your crown. Come on, back in time. Just come on, come on, come on. I can stop, I can spin around. I can time when I want your crown. I can stop, I will make you shine. I can time when I want your crown. I can stop, I can spin around. I can time when I want your crown. I can stop, I will make you shine. I can time when I want your crown. Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all keeping well. Forgive the cold opening that I was not anticipating doing at this point in the season, but as I mentioned earlier on in the Discord, hello everyone, yes, hello. I just want to do a quick address at the top of the stream. Last couple of episodes of season 19, there's been a couple of things that have come back to me. I've seen a couple of things directly, but more things that have been reported back to me by the moderation admin team. And I just thought this would be a good opportunity to do a gentle but firm reminder of the expectations here at Game Night. Alerts are muted, by the way, while I do this. Yes, they'll come through in just a moment. First of all, I wanted to remind everybody that the writing team and the proofing team who work to make Game Night happen twice a week are entirely volunteers, and they do so in their own free time out of the goodness of their hearts, so to speak. And it's great because they provide an incredibly high quality of trivia and are and the proofing team in particular are very, very good at what they do in terms of spotting things and making adjustments where necessary. Very occasionally, things sneak through the cracks that don't get caught. And on a broader scale, sometimes packs are a bit easier than they might otherwise be, and sometimes they're a little bit harder than they might otherwise be. This is fine. Now, as an example, Thursday night stream, we had a game of The Purge, which veered a little bit easier than perhaps other games of The Purge have been in the past, and we had a game of The Escape Artist that maybe veered a little bit trickier than things had in the past. That is fine. All of that is taken into consideration when things are proofed, so that we get a decent balance of difficulties across the course of the stream. That is not in itself the major issue. What, for me, has started just to creep in a little bit, and it's slightly irritating me, and it's irritating me because actually it impacts back on the writing team, who I mentioned just a moment ago, is that there seems to be a slight attitude of what I can only describe as actually creeping into the chat, which is quite irritating. Very occasionally rather, something will get through that isn't quite accurate. Not very often that happens in a question. Occasionally something might slip through in a piece of trivia, or I might mispronounce something, and I just wanted to nip that in the bud because it's getting slightly problematic. A reminder, people contribute for free in order that everyone can have a good time for a couple of hours, a couple of times a week. Excuse me. And I personally find one of the most annoying things the actually mentality where people start correcting things, be it a pronunciation I've done or a question that isn't quite as bomb-proof as we might have thought, or a piece of trivia that is maybe not quite as accurate as it might be. It's quite annoying. So if we could stop doing that, I would be most grateful. I say this as in a friendly way, and in a courteous way, but by extension, I think it is courteous to writers to not have to get anxious when their packs are going out because they're worried people are going to jump on every particular tiny little thing that might not be exactly right. As Score is saying, if you have a particular issue with something, if a difficulty curve has been like way off, or if both the writer and the proofer, and this is exceedingly unlikely, but if the writer and the proofer have completely dropped the ball and we end up with a pack that is completely, nonsense, I don't think that's ever actually happened, but, send me a DM or send a moderator a DM. It doesn't need to happen in the chat because it lowers the mood for other people taking part. Moreover, if I ask for a validation about something, if there's an answer that's come in and I need to get a second opinion on it, then I will ask a proofer or a moderator to do that for me. We don't need a big stampede of everyone chipping in. Likewise, if I've got something wrong, as you know, that can be quite funny. More often than not, I will anticipate the word I'm going to get wrong. We don't need to correct me every single time I say something wrong. I'm kind of fine with it, but I just think it's part of a wide. It could potentially be part of a wider problem that I'd just like to go away. We're all here to have a good time, and that includes people on the writing and proofing team who. On occasion, and there's more than one, it's not just one isolated instance I'm thinking of at least 3 in the last 2 streams that have come up, and presumably more than that going further back. So just a gentle reminder to be respectful and courteous, particularly to people who are giving of their time completely for nothing, just for the enjoyment of giving back to the community and so that everyone here can have a good time. And if I want a verification, I will ask someone directly for it. And if I ask something, is that how you pronounce that? I'll either go to the writer or proofer, or I might do a general say, is that how you say that? Have I said that wrong? I feel like I've said that wrong, at which point it's kind of fine. But if people are starting to correct every single word that I maybe get slightly wrong, it could get a bit tiresome. That's all. Just wanted to say that at the top of the stream before we all have a lovely evening of game night. I hope that's not putting too much of a downer on the evening, and that we can all have a lovely time from here. But I just felt it warranted saying, it warranted a reminder of the expectations of how everyone is treated. And I think, for what it's worth, I don't think any of this is malicious. I don't think any of this is people just having a go at people just because they get a kick out of it. I think it's well intentioned, but if we could stop it, that would be great. And that's all. Shall we get on with the show? I think we should. Thank you for listening to me, and your cooperation is very much appreciated. On with the show. It's Distinction! Good evening! Good evening, 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 guten Abend, willkommen, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 19th of July. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to unpause alerts, and here's a message from our sponsor, TVP8 Polska.
Happy Saturday. New shelves for me. Yay.
New shelves are an excellent idea. That's a very Saturday sort of thing to do. Thank you very much, TVP, for the 100 bits. And here's a message from our sponsor, G-Eisens.
I'm noticing a severe lack of Dixieland jazz hands.
There they are.
601 months.
There they are. G-Eisens, thank you very much for the 55-month subscription. Most grateful to you. And here's a message from our sponsor, the Lupine One.
It's Ralph's subscription to Game Night's 5th anniversary. NB, 55-month streak.
55-month streak. Well, I've got lots of numbers there. It says 48-month streak, but also 60 months in total. So 5 years. Lupine, thank you very much indeed for that monumental support. Most grateful to you. And here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Dixieland is bopping as always. Good evening, Ben.
Good evening to you, Puzzle Dan. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hope you're all well. Lovely to see you all here. It's been a bit of a day. I did my announcement dead early this morning because I've sort of been out at a concert all afternoon. I didn't go, I'm going to tell you all about my park run woes in a minute. First of all, let me say hello to you all. Good evening to SJ, Mark, Solomon, Michael, AB, me, Vertigo, JR, Lewis, Lupine, Scorecount, Maxio, Topper, Nando and Shapes, Proogs and a Run, Fluffy Bunny and Flyboy. Good evening, Toot and TVP, BC and Woollyback, Conrado Calac and Simpsons Angle, a midget on the internet, CJ Binks, Clone Fighter, Hallian, Puzzle, Dankers, Toucan, Samster, G-Isons, Clive of Legend, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us. Universal Controllers font has a nice new grade. The gradient was always there, but the font is new, Clone Fighter. That came in the 6.6.6 or 0.6.6 update a couple of weeks ago, so glad you like it. Well, I don't know that you like it, but yeah, I'm assuming you like it since you've commented on it. Anyway, right, so park run woes. So I went to training on Tuesday, as I mentioned, and then I did a short 5k on Thursday, and my calf's been really bad. A friend of mine, running friends of mine, just said, listen to your body, it knows what's best, listen to your body. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I probably should. So I decided to skip the park run this morning. Recently, my older brother, who's 39 in November, I think, he's 40 next year, he got into running, mainly because I think not mainly, but one of the big reasons was he couldn't stand the idea that I was better than him at anything athletic. It's always sort of historically, I've been the more artistic one, he's been the sporty one. And he didn't like this idea that he couldn't do a park run faster than me. I didn't go this morning, so I thought, because he got a PB a couple of weeks ago, and I got a PB on the same day, and I was still like 40 seconds ahead of him. I'm not going this morning. I got a text message from him that just said, soz. No context, no nothing else, just S-O-Z in a message. I thought, oh, God, this isn't going to be a good morning for me. So I went on to Strava. He's not just beaten my PB, he's smashed it out of the park for like a full minute, and so this sort of sibling rivalry goes on. Like, no. So he's at like 21:58 now, and I'm at 22:50. I'm like, where are we going to get another minute from out of this? It's deeply upsetting. So yeah, so that was my park run experience this morning. My brother has beaten me, which is terribly sad. Too many Karas, welcome to the stream, welcome to the game. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, how many subscribers does he have on Twitch? I did also point out my 10k is definitely faster than his by dint of the fact I don't think he's done one yet. Certainly not in recent years. So, yeah, so that was a cause of great sorrow to me. But,
what a shame.
What can you do, eh? But continue to work and, you know, hopefully get down below his. Does he do better in the game of drink? Not so much anymore. I think he's stopped drinking quite so much, isn't it? Although that having been said, I'm on the water tonight. Not for any other reason than Anya's coming home later on with a bottle of Prosecco, I think, and I will probably drink that. I had a couple of glasses of Prosecco after the concert as well. So, you know, just all things in moderation. All things in moderation. Smash the park run time out of the park, Bruce. Yes, indeed. So yeah, it's been a bit of a day. Then I went and did a concert this afternoon, which went very, very well and was very encouraging. And yeah, back for stream tonight. Say, message done. Thank you for listening to me. I'm not going to refer back to it later on, apart from just here. But I just wanted to completely separate the two from the stream, and here's a thing that I've got to say. Anyway, thank you very much to Lingo Maniac for that pack of Battlefront to kick things off. And very well done to BC, just sneaking in on the last question there. Paulister, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. But yeah, sneaky little victory, just clutching it away from Shapes, who was also going to have great sorrow today. But let's see if he can make up for it in this next game. Of course, Stimson's Angle could be doing triple duty. If Stimson manages to pull out the golden distinction, they've got the distinct honour of being proofer for the first game, writer for the last game, and potentially winner of the middle game. That could happen. It has happened before. Not very often. But yes, very grateful to Stimson for proofing. This game that we've got coming up of distinction has been written by Dogfish, and it has been proofed by... I go into my spreadsheet and take a look because I've now forgotten. It has been proofed by Now Cut That Out. So very many thanks to Dogfish and to Toot for your efforts in getting this pack up and ready and off the ground. We've got 53 people viewing. We've got lots of people in the game. I can't count them and I don't log it out anywhere. So, but there's plenty of people. I think we've been around the loop twice. So I think, given it is approaching 20 to 9, we should probably get on with the game. I hope you're all ready to play. It's the lighter side of Quiz Tonight after Thursday's darkness and serious episode. And we're kicking off with Distinction by Dogfish. Hope you're ready to have some fun. Let's lock the lobby and begin the game. Okie dokie, we've got a nice board there with 12 answers, and it appears the top is in vision. I must have updated. I think I updated this game. I think I've updated. I've done a lot of updates in between the season, and I can't remember exactly what I've done for everything. But the list has been updated. Not a cat. Welcome on in. Great to have you here. Yeah, some updates have happened, including on this apparently. So this packed by Dogfish, like I said. And in this opening round, we've got 3 boards, 2 boards of 10 and 1 board of 12, making a total of 32 answers. All you've got to do is be the first player to find any of the answers on any of the boards. You can give me a total of 3 answers, and those 3 answers can come from anywhere. They could be 1 from each, 3 from one, or 2 from one and 1 from another. It's entirely up to you. But you only get the points if you are the first player to give me the answer, and if you do that, you will get, I believe it's 20 points. 20 points if you're the first player to get the answer. If you answer within 5 seconds of the first player, then you'll get 5 pity points, and you will still be able to give me 3 in total. It won't count towards your allotment of 3. So it's be fast and be original. Go for those rarer answers because they're likely to be less likely to be the ones that I found early on. You've got 60 seconds on the clock. Yeah, let's see how many points we can get you out of these boards here. Fingers on devices, everyone, giving me up to 3 answers. And we are looking for Indian Premier League teams, metallic elements discovered before 1600, and Best Picture nominees at the 97th Academy Awards. Off you go. Ah, yes, there's our first bonus. There were 30 points, and there's 1 of them on each board. Oh, that bug that was a thing where there was sometimes not a bonus, I have also fixed that. And a second bonus. Well, the Academy Awards isn't getting much love over there on the right-hand side. 30 seconds to go now. We've cleared the metallic elements discovered before 1600. There's 1 more Indian Premier League team to find. Can we get any more of these Academy Awards? This is not, I'm not going to lie, this is not the direction I thought this round would go. There goes the final bonus going to BC for the Brutalist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers left to find on the right-hand side. And there goes the final of the Indian Premier League teams. Very well done to Solomon Dudley. I think it was Solomon Dudley. And that is time up. Honestly, that is not the direction I thought that was going to go. I thought for sure Indian Premier League teams is going to be a much more difficult board there. But you've cleared it completely, as you have with the metallic elements as well. Some missing answers over on the right-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers missing. So you've still done jolly well. We found 26 out of 32 in total. I'm not sure how many notes I've got here, but incidentally, these notes, which I probably should have read out beforehand. Names of the 10 teams that make up the Indian Premier League. City names or franchise names acceptable. So for the fictitious team Agra All-Stars, accepted answers would be Agra All-Stars, Agra and All-Stars. A bit of a moot point now. Including the Metalloids, because I'm not dealing with that argument in the centre board. Including the winner, who's also the one on the right board. After all, they were a nominee. Let's just take a look at those missing answers, the ones that we missed. Emilia Peresh, I'm Still Here, A Complete Unknown, The Substance, Nickel Boys, and Conclave. I've actually seen 2 of those films. I saw The Substance and I saw Conclave, both of which are very good. I really enjoyed Conclave. I thought it was very well. Ray Fiennes is just flavour of the month. He's everywhere at the moment, that guy. Do you see 28 Years Later? I saw that on Wednesday night. It wasn't as good as the first, but it was probably better than the second. And again, Ray Fiennes turning in a superb performance. Yeah, The Substance was good. I did enjoy it. It was a bit weird. It's a bit body horror for me. A little bit body horror for me, but not a bad film by any stretch. Have we had the Oscars yet this year? Yes, we very much have. Anora won all of them. Was the Oscars this year? Oscars are in like March, aren't they? March or April? But yes, he's everywhere because of his Horcruxes. Yes, he very much is, yes. Although, rumour has it in the latest upcoming Harry Potter TV series that the Dark Lord is going to be played by either Matt Smith or Cillian Murphy, possibly. That's a rumour. I don't know if it's true. Oh, Danny Boyle, the zombies are calling. Oh, Danny Boyle, the zombies are calling. Optimath, Jack Wilfred, welcome both of you to the stream. Great to have you both with us. That's the end of the round. Well done if you got some points out of it. Let's go to the VR headset of news and check out the scores at the end of round 1. How did we do? A couple of players yet to score, which is to be expected in that opening round. It is a bit fast and furious. Too many carrots, Simpsons angle shapes and puzzle. Dixieland managing to get 5 points for a pity point answer, a late answer. Proust, Pulitzer, Opsy, Conrad, Napoto the same. Midget on the web managing to get 2 of those with 10 points. Mark and Cola also managing to get 2 pity point answers. Silver Electron actually managing to find 3. Very well done there. Into the actual equitable, quantifiable answers. Vertigo, Tigger, Maxio are getting 20 points. As did Jogging, Nando and Jack and Fluffy Bunny getting 25. Michael getting 35. Solomon getting 40. And into our top 6. Toppy on 45. Clive on 50. Ralph on 60. Wandia Crodites, aka Arun and Sam are tied up in 65. But look at this. What an absolutely resounding start for Ben, who goes right into the lead. Looking to do the double, having already won Battlefront. Can he win distinction as well? He's on path to at the moment. He starts off in the lead with 85 points. Oh, Tig JR, because I'm the only one. Because I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Didn't really scam, did it? Anyway, very well done. If you've got some points on the board, opportunity to come and join the lobby at this stage. If you are sitting in the wings and thinking, oh, that looks like a good bit of fun, if you do fancy coming to play, there's the universal controller, and of course the room code is there as well. So Electron Fazil, I did not.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Puzzle Dan. Glad to hear it. Now, we've got another round, and there's another 3 boards coming up, except in this next round, we're going to face them one at a time. And hello, Silver Electron. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Don't forget, if you want to suggest a raid message for this evening's stream, you can do so by preceding your message with the hashtag. You can give me up to 3 before it stops logging them. Some updates have happened, yes. Nearly found arsenic. The Among Us quiz live. I had it till the tubes. And Danny Boyle, the zombies are calling. Keep them coming in. You had some great raid message game on Thursday night, so I'm hoping we can keep that up. For now, we're going to play on round 2. Here's a little ditty board of just 5 answers here, and in this round you are looking to give me the rarest answer, and by rarest we mean the answer that fewest of your co-quizzers also say. So very often the strategy in this is to go for the most obscure correct answer. However, bear in mind all of your colleagues are also going to be looking for the most obscure rare answer, and occasionally we can subvert expectations, and actually the most popular, most obvious answer ends up being the rarest. If you do give me the rarest answer, you'll get 50 points. The next rarest gets 40, then 30, then 20, then 10. So as long as you give me a correct answer, you're going to get some points, but the fewer people to say it, the more points you get. You've got 30 seconds to give me just one answer, and remember, you're looking for the rarest answer you can think of. Like that one show with Alexander Armstrong. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? That one show with Alexander Armstrong where they have to guess rare answers. Needless, I think it's called. Right, here we go. 5 answers on this board, giving just one answer, and we are looking for stages of grief, as defined by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross in the Kubler-Ross stages of grief. We're keeping it light, folks. I'm out of vape sauce nearly. I'm having to use my tiny little spare ones at the moment. Toppy, Apodo, let's have an answer, please. Apodo, there we go. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 answers that are categorizing as incorrect, and I don't think, because I think these 5 stages are very clearly defined, I don't think I can accept any of them. They're just not quite on the money. And Apodo, welcome to the stream as well. Lovely to have you here. So I think these wrong answers, let's take a look at those wrong answers and I'll just clarify what I mean. Sadness, I'm afraid, is just a little bit too broad. There's one that's very close, but it's a subtly different thing. So a sadness I don't think we can allow. Resentful, no, resentful I don't think we can have that either. And reflection, again, you're getting into the right ballpark, but these stages of grief are very clearly defined. So I don't think we can have. Ghost of Bobby, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome on into the stream. There was another answer that came in, which doesn't appear to be appearing on this board, which is odd. So not quite sure what that's about, but hang on. Oh, I see. No, ignore me. I was looking at the wrong. So the player in question, they were the last player to answer in the last board, and the first player to answer in this, and their last answer came in after the time up thing had come out. I can't recommend it. Well, it's nice to hear that the algorithm's doing something right, isn't it? Welcome on in, Ghost of Bobby. Lovely to have you here. If you like some quiz, you'll have a lovely time here. And if you wanted to join in, you can join with the universal controller right there and that room code. I can't allow those, so let's calculate the points. Did you cover all 5 answers? You did indeed cover all 5 answers. So that's encouraging, isn't it? Let's go through them in reverse order. Okay. So, the answer, and we've got a clear number of players on each answer. So, the answer that was the most popular was given by 13 players, and they're each going to get 10 points. Well done if you said acceptance, which is the final stage of grief. Acceptance at the end. Stimpson's Angle, Cola, Ralph, Marcini, Midget on the Web, Pruse, Conrad, Nando, Woollyback, Sam, Hallian, Ben, and Opsy, all getting 10 points for acceptance. That's what we have come to at the end. Let's go on to our next one. 12 people going for this one, so only one fewer, but you get 20 points for bargaining. Clive, Michael, Solomon, JR, Shapes, CFTR, Maxio, Mark, Silver Electron, Too Many Carers, CJ Binks, and Apodo all saying bargaining. I'll put them in order at the end if I can figure it out, which I may not be able to, but very well done. We then got a bit of a jump, just 4 players going for the next least popular answer. Next most popular answer. 4 players, each getting 30 points for denial. AB Me, SJ Jogging, and Flyboy. Yes, indeed. It's not a river in Egypt. It's one of the stages of grief. Denial. Very well done for 30 points. Then just one fewer again. 40 points for the 3 people who said anger. Vertigo, Arun, and Jack. Very well done for anger. And it's Polister who's going to get the 50 points. Very well done indeed to you as the only player to go for depression. Yes, depression is worth 50 points tonight. So in order, I think it goes denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. I think that's the order. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression. It probably is because that's the order they're written on the universal controller in front of me and the order they're written on the board. So that would make a lot of sense. So sadness, I felt it wasn't quite close. Sadness and depression are very much different things on the emotional spectrum. So I don't think we could have allowed sadness in the same category as depression, unfortunately. 5 stages of quiz grief. Depression is worth 50 points tonight. That it is. So well done if you got some points out of that. Most of us getting some points. Let's clear that board. Hooray! I fixed it! I fixed accordion quiz. Because this one is also 5 answers and it hasn't collapsed the board. So good thing that bug's gotten fixed. Alright. Oh, and welcome to the Game Kegler Coach. Hopefully you'll get this payload as we go into the next puzzle. Same drill. 5 answers up here. And you can only give me 1 within 30 seconds. And the rarest answers get the most points. Let's take a look at what we're looking for on this board. Tell me any one of the 5 French mother sauces. The 5 in common use. The 5 in common use. Well done if you got depression at home. Very good, APB. My acceptance is outweighed by depression. And that is time up. Not everyone covering an answer that time. So we're after the 5 in common use. Please don't try to suggest demi-glace because Escoffia said so one time. Okay, message there from Dogfish for you. Just going to have a quick look through your wrong answers. No. There's a couple of consistent wrong answers coming up that aren't right, and one that is definitely not right. That's not right. That's not right. I've heard of that one, CJ, but I don't think it's right. It's not on my list anyway. And nothing else there that I can accept. So let's take a look at those wrong answers. A question never came up for you. Oh, well, that is simply not good enough, is it? We'll see. Give your device a refresh and we'll see if the next one comes up for you, Opsy. Wrong answer is béarnaise. Sauce béarnaise. I only know from an episode of Blackadder. But no, it's not one of the French mother's sauces. Neither is roux or mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is just egg whites. It's made by Hellmann's, isn't it? Caesar is also not. Caesar's a type of salad. Béarnaise, again. Remoulade, that was one I had heard of, but is not one of the French mother sauces, I'm afraid. So bad luck if you said béarnaise or anything else there, but everyone else, very well done. You have got some points out of that. And Kegler Coach, welcome to the stream. Let's calculate. Did you cover all 5? You did, and my. This is really quite interesting. It's not, it's distinction, but it's quite interesting because we have got a 4-way tie in second place. But it's not a piddling little 4-way tie where just one person has said each of the answers. 5 people gave each of the 4 most popular answers, and then 4 people said the rarest. So that is a very unusual set of circumstances to come up. So most players who got a correct answer, in fact, all players are going to get at least 40 points, and 4 players are going to get 50. So, yes, good grief indeed. A very well pitched board. Let's just go through them then. The answers are Hollandaise, Toppy, AB, me, Puzzle, Dixieland, Conrad, and Kegler going for Hollandaise. Egg yolk, melted butter, and lemon juice or vinegar. Veloute, Vertigo, Solomon, Cola, Nando, and Flyboy. That's clear stock, and yep, a roux, which we did have roux before from JR, but Veloute is the name of the sauce. It's got a roux in it. Unfortunately, we can't accept that. 40 points for you 5. Tomato, simply tomato. Arun, Marcini, Jogging, Midjon Webb, and Mark all going for tomato. No points for guessing the ingredients. Yeah, it's tomato. Very well done if you got that one. And also 40 points for Espanola, Shapes, Sam, Fluffy Bunny, and Jack. That's a brown sauce thickened with a brown roux. There's the roux again, but again, it's not a sauce on its own. So the 4 players, Simpson, Zangle, Michael, Too Many Carrots, and Paulister, very well done. Just 4 getting 50 points. The best one of all, bechamel, milky sauce thickened with a roux. Bechamel, of course, the thing that you famously get in a lasagna, which is not French, but Italian, but it's delicious all the same. Very well done if you got some points out of there. What a perfectly pitched question, Dogfish. There's nothing to turn, but nothing to say between any of them. But very well done if you got some points. Let's go on to board number 3. I was just seeing your note for this, Dogfish. Another 5 answers here. Give me only 1 answer. Remember, you're looking for the rarest to maximise the points that you get. Up to 50 at the most, 30 seconds. And we're looking for... Oh, I can't believe this has never come up on quiz before, but I don't remember seeing it. And what a great question it is. New York boroughs. 30 seconds. Jack made a roux once. I'm sure it was delicious, Jack. Bloody hell, hello, Flage. Welcome, Flage Lounge. Welcome on in. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. I'll say hello to you all in a minute. Just going to get through this board. And that is time. Flagian Lounge with the raid of 60. Mr. Cheese Flage and I, Brian Rish, and New Shacks, welcome to you all. How you doing? How was stream? Weird to have you streaming on a Saturday, but I know you've got Flage Fest coming up. For those of you unaware, before I get into the answers, I'm about to type raid Flage Lounge. I don't want to do that. You've just raided me. I want to shout out Flage Lounge. God, imagine if we raided back into you when I'm in the middle of the stream. That would not be the way to go. Flies in Lounge is a GTA speedrunner, but he's just about to do his annual Summer Flash Fest, where he does 5 12-hour, I think it's 5 12-hour streams that he's going to be doing over the next week. Doesn't usually stream on a Saturday, but he's been around here before. He was here at the 5th birthday party a few months ago, and he's an all-round great guy. So laid back, he's lying down, but he's definitely worth a follow at a moment of your time if you fancy some nice chilled out vibes and good Vice City gameplay of an evening in the week. Flash, thank you for that raid. Welcome to the stream. For those of you who don't know, I'm Royal Flash, and we play game shows, interactive game shows that you can take part in. This is Game Night, and if you want to join in the current game, you can get the Universal Controller right there and the room code right there. It'd be lovely to have you playing along in the game. Thank you for that raid, and do stick around and enjoy the rest of the evening. Now, where were we? We were looking at New York boroughs, and I've got a couple of wrong answers here, but everyone else is covering a correct answer, so let's just double check those wrong answers. Harlem and Yonkers, unfortunately, no. Those aren't going to fly. Pyro Pygmy, welcome on into the game. And no answer from CFTR or from Too Many Carers, unfortunately. But everyone else is giving me a correct answer. Let's go through them. Okay, controller, why are you not giving me my button back? Give me back my button. Unfortunately, we can't allow any of those. So, what? What is happening here? Everything appears to be stuck. Everything is stuck. Give Ben his button. Yeah. Shows time up, and that's the end of the board on the controller. I hope you haven't broken it, Pyro Pygmy, but that's probably the reason that I don't put the room code there. Oh my god, what's happening? Pyro Pygmy, Camping Banana, welcome to the stream. We appear to be stuck. We've gotten stuck somewhere. Right, give me a minute to try and figure this out. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do. What I might be able to try... Right. Tig JR, I might be able to condone your answer. That might let me get out of a bind, which would... I don't normally just give 3 points. Raid broke the stream. I don't normally just give 3 points out, but I'm clutching at straws here, so I'm just going to condone an answer as something. The alternative is everything stops, and we have to go on to the next game. I can't uncondone answers, but let's just see what happens. Let's try that. Oh god, no answer selected. That is not right. Oh, Lord. It's just stuck there. I think the thread just must be exiting. Give Ben his button. Use a big hammer. Could do. No, they wouldn't have gotten wiped, but it's just like the thread is getting stuck, but because it's built, I can't see what it is. I keep getting the payload back, double check whether you need to condone anything before progressing, but then when I try to condone something, it doesn't let me condone it. All I can do is that. No, don't know. Don't know if I've got recovery mode on this. Oh, that's a pain in the arse, isn't it? Is that because somebody joined? The shape is stuck forever. It is indeed. Ah, Lord. I can just keep making it make that noise. That's all I can do at this point. Have I got any other buttons for distinction? Or is it just a progress? No, it's just progress gameplay, isn't it? Fuck. Ah! Oh, dearie, 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 dearie. Right. How do we get around this? That's the act crash before me and Pyro Pygmy joined. Uncondone Pyro. Pyro's not there. I have a feeling it might be something to do with that. No, the rejoin is nothing to do with it, Hallian. Refreshing accounts shouldn't make a difference. Welcome on in, Silent Marine. Right. Impromptu. I'm going to leave it there just for a second. I fear that there is no way around this because it's built, but I'm going to go and take a quick look at the code and just see We don't know that it's your fault yet, Pyro, and even if it is your fault, it's not actually your fault. It's my fault for not being a better programmer. I'm just going to go take a quick look at the code and see if there's anything obvious that might be exiting the thread, which means we're stuck, just so I've got some sort of diagnosis about it, and then we'll salvage what we can. Impromptu coding stream. Indeed. Ay, 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 ay. Thank you, darling. And, Jesus, welcome to the game. I don't know if that's made it any better. Has that made it any better? Has it fixed it now? No, we've still got boing. Still got boing. Right, I'm just loading up the build. And a message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games, while we're waiting.
I would be happy with more intentional coding streams, to be fair. Boeing.
Boang? Well, you tried, TTS. Thank you for the 100 bits there, JL. Still trying to load the Distinction build. Message from our sponsor, G. Isons.
All aboard the Boeing train.
All aboard the Boeing train. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan. I sent a message. There we go. Thank you.
If Mr. Chips what he doing, I am sorry. This isn't helping Ben.
It's all good. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Puzzle Dan. And a message from our sponsor, Flargen Lounge. Ah, right, it's loaded.
Let's G-O-O-O.
Let's indeed G-O-O-O-O. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Flash. Most grateful to you. Okay, I'm going into the IDE, so just going to have a quick look and see if there is anything obvious that I can ascertain as to why this thread would have exited. What was the message I was getting? I was getting... Where are you, operator? Come back, operator. Double check whether... And a message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach.
I mean, I borked it last week during Danger Zone.
No, that was the Konami code. That was the Konami code thing. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Kegler. Right, double check. Right, here we go. Double check whether you need to condone anything before progressing. That's the message I'm getting. Progress gameplay to calculate scores. Okay, so it's not incrementing the current stage. Reveal incorrect players. For each player object in player managers where players was not correct. Yeah, that's exactly what the problem is. Shit. I really need to be able to just increment the current stage if that happens. Right, so what has happened is when player, and this is why I don't put the code on the screen in these rounds, is because you get generated, so the prefabs on the left hand side, those are the player straps. If you join the game but don't have one of those, then it exits the thread and doesn't increment to the next stage and we get stuck here. That is on me for not putting a null check around that, which is a bad programming principle that I am covered in shame for. So yes, you both contributed to breaking it, but actually you broke it in a way that I should have accounted for, which is really bad. So here's what we can do. I can try and kill it and then try recovery mode. I don't know what recovery mode actually does in this. It should bring you all back into the game. We can skip to this one, but it might not bring back the scores. So I think I'm probably going to have to play this in Inspector anyway, which means recovery mode is going to be a sort of moot point. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to do recovery mode from the Inspector to bring you all back in and hope that it reinstates your scores? Does it do that? Hang on, let me have a look. Let me have a quick look if we come in recovery mode and see what happens. Where's my player object? Player objects. Do I save anywhere? Update leaderboard, send payload to client, send payload to client, initialize player object. What happens there? Save manager backup data. Okay, that bodes well. How many times do I reference that? Well, it's definitely backing up data on initialization. So, persistent data path gameplay data dot text. Let me just see if it has persisted the scores, because if it does, I might be able to get back into this, but I don't want to close it before I'm sure. Originals, distinction, build, data. Oh no, it's persistent data, isn't it? So that's going to be there. Distinction. Oh my god in heaven. Oh, there's a billion folders. Gameplay data 19th of July. Next question number 0. Current round 1. Rounds played 6. That bodes well. Backup data. Oh! Right! I have got some data. I have got some data. For every one of all y'all. We might be able to do recovery mode. Might. Let's see what happens. And maximum last monster G. Isons. Right, I'm gonna kill the game.
I've got some golden data.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Let's see what happens when we go in recovery mode. Right, oh yeah, we're not connecting to it. That's a lie. Let's come back to there a minute. What were we playing? Distinction. Right, launch game in recovery mode. It's a bit of an experiment. We'll see what happens. It should automatically reconnect you. There we go. That's what we wanted. I think. Skip opening titles is correct. Confirm config. Oh no, don't do this. Is everything funny? No, it would just break things. Oh, it's got the config. It's worked. Yikes. Okay. I guess recovery mode worked. Oh my god in heaven. Right. Shall we try that again to see what happens? Run titles. Do it. Go on. Okay. Now, has it recovered your scores? That's the next question. And did I back up the backup of the data? I'm going to back up the backup of the data in case I need to manually do something with it. Oh, amazing! Ha! I love it when things just work, when I program things correctly. I don't know which round it's going to take us back to. It might play it from the start. It shouldn't do. Let's find out. Oh no! No, we're going into round 1 again. Right, nobody answers. If you've definitely got points, if all your points look good, Ben is an okay programmer. Okay, if you've all got points, nobody answer, and I will see who answers, and you will be penalised. Okay. Yeah, so no one needs to answer. We're just going to enjoy the lovely music. Assuming you've all got points, and I've got a backup of the data, no one needs to answer. But just enjoy the music. Well, you can give answers as long as they're wrong. Yeah, give wrong answers only so we can have lovely confetti. Wrong answers only. Unfortunately not in the built version, Lupine. I have no control over the time scale. We just enjoy the lovely music, can't we? Just sit and appreciate the music, I know, right? Could someone notice suggestions and null check in round 2? Because for Christ's sake, if that happens again, that is an absolute nightmare waiting to happen. Thank you all for your integrity, everybody. And you didn't get any of them. No one got anything.
What a shame.
Oh, my dudes. Let's have a look at the answers you missed. There's only one bonus there, apparently. Why is there only one bonus? I thought I fixed that, but oh, never mind. To the VR headset of news! Hopefully we've all got some scores. Well, the fact that there are different numbers there bodes well. The factoids, there were none. There was no trivia on that one. But all these scores are correct. Oh my god, I'm so happy I could cry. It's just worked. It just worked. Amazing. So I've got a plan for what we're going to do. The headset of news. Yes, indeed. Thank you for the hug. I'm just so relieved it just worked. Are these the right scores? Oh, yes, these are mid-round scores, aren't they? So it runs in the lead at the moment. No, we didn't. It didn't do the points for question 3, I don't think. Good. All right, well, let's go on. Right. Here is the plan, guys. Nobody answers the first 2 questions, and question 3, because I didn't reveal the answers, will play as live, okay? You may want to... I would suggest give the same answer you gave before, but for the first 2 boards, nobody answers, okay? Okay, right, on we go. Do not answer. Thank you for that, Ash. I hope you're keeping well. Lingo, Tiggo, Joggy, welcome on in as well to Carnage Incarnate. Nobody answered? No answers? Or wrong answers only? Yeah, wrong answers only. Yeah, just be yonkers for all of them. Because I can see your answers coming in, and I can see exactly who's saying them. You just think it's a little confetti shooting by, but no, I will know. Wrong answers only. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. That's what hands are for, Ben. Oh, let's reveal the wrong answers. Oh, dear.
What a shame.
No points for anyone there. Well, let's reveal. Acceptance, depression, bargaining, anger, denial. Not in that order. No one answer! Next board! French mother sources. No one answer! But wrong answers only. Yonkers only. Yonkers is a stage of grief. Unity crash is the 6th stage of grief. It wasn't a crash. It was my bad programming for a change. When it's a crash, it's just a pain in the arse. But when it's my bad programming, it's just like you have to laugh it off. And you have to find a way around it. Which is what I've done. Sorry, we lost 10 minutes of stream time. I apologise to all of you. But I'm just relieved that it's managed to bring the scores back. Oh, I'm glad I did that maintenance. Love it when it works. The quiz that goes wrong and it's very entertaining. Let's see how you did. Oh, dear
What a
me.
shame.
No one gave any answers.
Well, that's all right then.
Indeed so. Right, what did we have? No points for anyone. Hollandaise, velouté, tomato, espagnole, and bechamel. Right, gang. Ow. Oh, gang. That's better. We are back in live play. You may now answer. Because I didn't reveal the answers, it's piss. Because I didn't reveal the answers before, you are not obligated to give the same answer you gave before, apart from the ones I confirmed were wrong. So actually, Flage, you've saved us this question, basically, because you raided in, and oh no, because I couldn't reveal the answers anyway, so it's fine. So you didn't save us. But I'm grateful for the raid all the same. So, if you gave a wrong answer before, play the honours system. If you gave an answer that wasn't shown as wrong before, then you can change it if you like. You could change it to a wrong answer. That could be quite fun, couldn't it? Anyway, I'm going to try and contain my excitement as we go to board number 3. New York boroughs. 1, 2, 3, go. Not if nobody joins, Proogs. If no one joins midway through, then no. Who's just joined midway through? Lingo. 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 Just because I didn't fix the bug because I would have had to rebuild the graphics, which would have taken about 10 minutes with everything running. Oh. Oh no. Lingo. Could you've joined the game and I haven't fixed the null check yet. I didn't remind people not to join. Oh. Fucking hell. Yeah. It's done it again. What is happening? It's your penance. Oh my god. I could fix the bug, but then we won't. I could fix it and play it out of the inspector, but then we won't have the recovery mode. Boy, it's like Bret Hart. Oh, you've got to laugh. Lingo Maniac gifting out tier 1 subs to Rough Boy, Ad, John Miller, Google Cheese, and Drahuska. Let's rerun the fun. The message from our sponsor, JR. Oh.
Peak Entertainment.
Peak Entertainment. Right, I've got to kill the current game again. Right, and it's going to take a minute to join. Launch game in recovery mode for a second. I'm glad it works. I'm glad we're stress testing the recovery mode. Fuck it, don't worry about it, Lingo. All part of the fun.
Let's rotate the null reference.
Let's rotate the null reference. Thank you for the 100 bits, G. Eisens. Alright. It's going to take a minute. It's going to spam the chat again. Snake Jama. Here comes the boing.
Ben is its snake jump.
There's the boing. The game will boing shortly, yeah.
Here come the boing.
JR, thank you for the 100 bits. Hallian, thank you for the 100 bits. I need to add a thing where it just jumps to the round. That's a thing I need to add in. But let's go. Here comes the boing. And a message from our sponsor, TVP.
You may not answer the question.
Oh no, that was Hallian. Right. While the messages come in, nobody answer. Nobody answer. Nobody join. Actually, this one doesn't matter if you join, but nobody answer. Nobody answer.
Everybody with me. 5, 4, 3.
Wrong answers only.
1. No.
Thank you for the 100 bits, TVP. Just fine. I haven't got the piano set up, otherwise I'll play along with it. Oh my God in heaven. I think this is what you call making the best of a bad situation, isn't it? Oh, just vibe. Everyone just vibe. Oh, hello, Bod. Not now. Things are going swimmingly. My code works. Do it live. My entire vibe, Hallian, is doing it live. It's all I do. My code works. And the recovery mode works. It just means we have to play through the game every time. Oh, God above. Right. Those are the answers. Oh, now we've got bonus questions. Okay, this is clearly still not right. To the VR headset of news! If the scores are the same, we'll know whether or not the points actually get applied for that last round. Woollyback's still on 10, which suggests the scores are still correct. Right, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Through the VR headset of news. Go, whoever wins this game. Right, and into the top spots. Those look like the same scores. Hooray. Right. If you want to join now. Not for 5 minutes. Join now, not for 5 minutes, because I think if I have to go into recovery mode a third time, I think people are going to start losing the will to live. So if you need to join the game, do it now, not mid-board. That's why I don't put the at least until round 3. That's why I've just realised that's why I don't put the room codes on there. The reality is I just need to do a null check around it. But join now or forever hold your peace. A message from our sponsor, G. Eisens.
Join now or forever hold your royal up 10 more P.
Indeed so. Join now or forever hold your P. Right. No answers. Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only and nobody join. While you do that, I'm going to go through the billion raid messages that have just come in. Oh, my God. We'll always have Boeing. It's all gone Boeing. We've still got Boeing. Let's do the quiz Boeing again. Let's G-O-G-O-D-O-O. Quiz alone stuck in New York. The 5 boroughs of depression for 50 points. Mega Boeing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing chilling. We are all the weakest link. Yonkers is a stage of grief. 5 stages of quiz quandaries is deja vu and mother sauce. The 10 stages of grief. I've run it. I've got to keep going through them later on. Good. No one got an answer right. Hooray. Right. And the answers, as before, they haven't. This is Baldrick's new. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, 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 boing. No answer. No join. Boing, boing, boing. I'm going to keep going through the messages. The 10 stages of grief. Yonkers. We start back at 1. Here comes the boing. What stage of grief is this? Join the bloody game now. Join now or forever hold your pee. And they don't stop boinging. There is so much boing in there. Right. I've never had so much fun with a bug. I am Clone Fighter. There's a lot of boing, boing, boings coming in. There's a baguette as well. Right. There we go. And no one gave a right answer. Come on. Here we go. Third time lucky. Come on. We're back in live play. Please don't join at this point. There is no room code. You shouldn't be able to join, but please don't join. Refreshing is fine if you're already in the game because you get a prefab anyway, but do not join the game new at this point. Back in the game. Here we go. Name a New York borough. I've never been so anxious. Right. Your quiz is important to us. Just join, just boy. Right, wrong answers. Clive is going to make me condone Staten fucking Island, which is technically correct. So, hang on, let me see if I remember how to do this. Yeah, I will condone that. Harlem for the 3rd time, still not right. Knight to C3, sorry, what? No answer, no answer, no answer, no answer. Right! Let's calculate the points and find out how many you've won. Oh, hallelujah! Oh. Still don't join. Still no join until we get back to the room code on the and the note from Dogfish. Hey, I'm quizzing here. I'm quizzing here. Right. You have covered all the answers, and there is a tie for the 5th most popular answer. 11 players each of the answers, each getting 20 points for Staten Island, or Staten fucking Island if you're Clive, Sam, Michael, Clive, CJ Solomon, Hallian, Midget on the web, Mark Kegler, Flyboy, and Silent Marine, all saying Staten Island. And 11 players also getting 20 points for Queens, Vertigo, Ralph, SJ, Coda, Rapodo, Toppy, Fluffy Bunny, Maxio, Woollyback, Proogs, and Silver Electron getting 20 points for Queens. Moving up the ranks, 7 players getting 30 points for the Bronx, saving me, I will run Simpsons Dangle, Conrad, Poliston, Jogging, and Opsy is one of my favourite cocktails, incidentally, the Bronx. 4 players getting 40 points for Manhattan, Nando, G. Isons, Marcini, and Ben. And we've got just 2 players, Shapes and Lingo, getting 50 points for the top answer of Brooklyn. Very well done. Groundhog Day has come to an end. How exciting it has been for all of us. Let's go to the VR headset of news and check out the scores at the end of round 2. 25 minutes after it started. Here we go. CFTR, Silent Marine on 20, Woollyback and Hallian on 30. I forgot I've got to do some reading at this point. Prigs on 35, JR, CJ and GIs is on 40, Puzzle Dixieland and Apodo on 45. And a message from our sponsor Fluffy Bunny. Ha!
Have had the stream muted for the last 30 minutes. Did I miss much?
Ironically, actually, no, you didn't miss much. You missed us doing the same round 3 times. Thank you very much for the 18 months of subscription there, Fluffy Bunny. Opsy's on 45, SJ and Lingo on 50, Silver Electron on 55, Maxio and Kegler on 60. Too Many Carrots on 75, Midget on the Web and Colo on 80, Fluffy Bunny and Conrad on 85, Ralph has got 90. Mark and Flyboy and Clive and Marcini also on 90. Stimson's Angle on 95. ABME on 100. Jack and Toppy on 105. Nando and Shapes on 115. Vertigo and Solomon on 120. And into our top 6. Jogging's also on 120. Michael 125. Sam and Portis to 135. And Arun and Ben tied at the top with 175 points each. That's the end of round 1. No, it's not. It's the end of round 2. And as if right on cue, we have 69 viewers. Nice. The eyes have it. The eyes have it. Unlock. You may join again. There is the room code. That is why the room code is not on display at all times. Though I will add in. Someone put in. I think someone probably has put in suggestions because there's an unread message there. Yeah. How were there 15 stages of grief that I've been forward of? Yeah. And yeah, there lots of repeats in it. Dogfish, welcome to the stream. We're enjoying your pack so much we wanted to play it all 3 times. Right, sorry. Just gonna go into my Zen mode. Back to my Zen place. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. The irony being, if this weren't in built graphics, I would have probably been able to have fixed that instantly. So, yeah. That's the trade-off, but we wouldn't have had this wonderful moment, would we? Right, let's go on. Round 3. Classic distinction here. 3 boards of 10. Yeah, compile code. Built, as in not playing out of the inspector. It's now a standalone application. So when it's in the inspector, there's a billion variables that I can fiddle with. But it's not as performative and risks other things as well, and it's better for the overlays. It's just better to have things built, because usually the software should just work before it's built. So yeah, that's the thing. So this is a very interesting looking round, and in this round, this is not an exhaustive list. It's the same as round 1, except the answers aren't exhaustive. So there might be a correct answer that doesn't feature on the board. That's something you need to bear in mind. You've got to slightly get into Dogfish's head here. I'll give you 40 points for each correct answer that you find, if you're the first one to say it. 5 pity points if you're within 5 seconds of the first player to get it. And remember, you only get points if you are the first player to say it. There are 3 bonuses, 1 on each board, which are worth 60 points each, which means there's 180 points up for grabs in this round. Don't want to get into Dogfish's head. It's scary in there. Home Alone references are pog. Right. If you're ready, let's see how you fare with this. Good luck. Here are your boards. Topics in functional skills mathematics, topics in functional skills English, topics in functional skills ICT. That is a lot of wrong answers coming in early on. Here we go, here's some answers coming in now. There are lots of answers coming in, but not many of them are correct. There's still 3 bonuses up there. 30 seconds now. 10 seconds. Oh, 15 seconds. Wow. Oh, and just one answer just to come in right at the end here from Pyro Pygmy. Ratio. Wow. Those were some tough boards. No bonuses being found, which could make very interesting reading going into the final. The rest of us, it appears. Well, what answers did you get? Division, fractions, graphs, percentages, and ratio. So half of the answers on the maths board. Adverbs, confunctions, and metaphors. Is that confunctions? I've not come across confunctions and metaphors. 3 answers. And then email and spreadsheets and ICT. I think you might possibly kick yourself. Let's take a look at the missing answers. I said, let's take a look at the missing answers. Thank you. Averages, density, nets was the bonus answer. Perimeter and speed on your maths board. Alliteration, bias, capital letters, commas, plurals, rhetorical questions, and the last answer of the board. That might be a data error. That is a data error. I think. And an alternate. Unless that's a thing. The right spelling spare. And then, anyway, elsewhere. Cloud computing, copyright, fonts, online shopping, passwords, PDFs, social engines, and social media. These are also known as GCSE Maths, but also not. GCSE English, except also not. And Digital Functional Skills Qualification, because the government felt like meddling. Yeah, those are the ones you have. The last answer on the board. Is that an actual answer? The last answer on the board and an alternate. Are there any... Oh, that was an answer that wasn't supposed to be gotten. Possibly. I don't know. I can't remember if that's in the... So it's just not GCSE. Basically, it's like topics, I think. The stuff that Dogfish teaches on a daily basis. There you go. Well, it was slim pickings, but we've gotten through it, and there are some points to go at. So let's go to the VR headset of news and check out the scores going into the final. Pulling my logs out. Here we go. Tiggo's got 5, CFTR and Silent Marine on 20, Woolly back on 30, Priggs 35, CJ on 40. G. Isons and Pyro also on 40, Puzzle Dixieland and Apodo and Opsy on 45, SJ on 50. Lingo's also on 50, Maxio and Kegler on 60, Hallian on 70, Midget on the Web and Cola are on 80. JR's got 80 as well, Fluffy and Comrade on 85, Ralph, Mark and Flyboy on 90. It is also not exhaustive, yes. Clive and Martini also on 90. Simpson and England, Silver Electron 95. Jack and Toppy on 105. Shapes on Too Many Carriers on 115. Vertigo and Solomon and Jogging on 120. Michael on 125. And to our top 6, AB Me 140, Nando 155. Sam and Portis are tied on 175. Arun on 180. And BC out in front with 215. It's going to be Ben, Arun, and either Paulister or Sam. Can't remember which. Can't remember how the countback works. Or if the countback works. But that's our final. Ben, Arun, and either Paulister or Sam. They were tied going into the round as well. Well, the logic will do its thing. If you're not in the final, don't worry, because you've still got a very, very important role to play in our final round. It could be a double countback. It does do a double countback. Eventually, it will resolve to RNG, but there's 3 or 4 countbacks in first. Let's find out who our finalists are. It's Paulister. I think it does show correctly on the leaderboard. I think it does do the correct order there. So, Ben, Arun, and Paulister, you have attained scores of 215, 180, and 175. And in this round, you're going to try and keep those scores. In a moment, we're going to give a question to our non-finalists, and they are going to give me up to 5 answers. No penalties for wrong answers, audience game, so just keep pressing and guessing. And again, you're looking for the rarest answers, because the fewer people who say an answer, the more points it is worth. So, and you still get points in the audience game, and there is a lobby medal still available, and of course pennies. So still give me the rarest answers. We're then going to come to Ben, Arun, and Paula, so go left to right and right to left, and they're going to give me 2 answers each. If nobody in the audience game has said the answer that they give, they keep their score. However, if anyone said it, they lose 5 points for every player who did say it. If they give me a wrong answer, they lose the maximum of 100 points. And if 20 or more players in the audience gave the answer, then they will also be capped at losing a maximum of 100. Whoever has the highest score at the end of 2 passes will be our gold medalist, and so on and so forth. If we have a tie, we'll do a countback of order into the round. So home team advantage to Ben here. He has got a little advantage going into this round, but can he hang on to those points? We will see. Round 4, you can give me up to 5 answers in the audience. No penalties for wrong answers, so just keep pressing and guessing, and you can give repeat answers. We are looking for... and I've got some notes to give you here as well. And I will read these out as you start giving me your answers. We're looking for national flags exclusively using all of red, white, and blue. We're looking for any country with a national flag that exclusively uses all 3 of red, white, and blue, and no additional colour. That includes colours for emblems, so we're excluding Cambodia and the black outlined Angkor Wat in their flag. And of course, by a country, we mean a sovereign state that's a member of the UN in its own right. So countries that have red and white and blue and nothing else on their flag. Hallian is first 5-5. Well done. Anyone else looking for a 5 yet? Mark's got 5, SJ's got 5, CFTR's got 5, Tigo's got 5, G. Eisens has 5, CJ Binks has 5, Kegler, Tig JR, Solomon, Pyro, AB Me, Clive, Silver Electron, Cola, Sam, Ralph, Nando, Too Many Carras, Lingo, Michael, Toppy, Stimsons, Angle, Shakes, and Fluffy Bunny, all finding 5. Very well done, and that is time up. How exciting. I need to note in suggestions, final of distinction, you should be debugging Twitch names, not usernames. I'll know what that means later on. Right, so a total of 173 answers have been played in total by the audience. 173 answers have been found, I should say, by our audience players. There are a total finalists of 22 correct answers on this board. And I have to tell you now, there are no distinct answers. The audience have found all of them, so all you can do now is damage limitation. I will also say there is at least one, possibly more, answers that have been covered by the maximum of 20 or more players. So, let's take a look. Oh, and yes, just a reminder to chat that gameplay is still live for these players, so absolutely no spoilers in chat, because our 3 finalists are all still playing. So just bear that in mind. No spoilers in chat because we don't want to influence their decisions either way. Ben, we'll come to you first. Can I have your first answer, please? Starting with Chile. Chile, is that a right answer? Yes, indeed. Chile has got red and white and blue and nothing else. How many people said Chile? Five people said Chile. You lose 25 points. You're down to 190 and you still have the lead. It's a good start. A run onto you. Can I have your first answer, please? Panama. Panama. Is it right? It is absolutely right. Red and white and blue and nothing else. How many people said Panama? Good answer. It's about as good as it can get considering you know there's no distinct answers. One player said Panama. You lose 5 points. 175. You're tied with Polister, who's got an answer in hand. Polister. Can I have your first answer, please? The Netherlands. The Netherlands. Is that a right answer? Yes, the Netherlands is correct. Let's see how many people said the Netherlands. Just 4 players going for the Netherlands. You lose 20 points. You're down to 155. May have required the, which is possibly an oversight, but there we go. Polister on 155, Arun on 175, Ben on 190. We go for our second pass. Positions are the same, but gaps have closed a bit. Polister, can I have your second answer, please? France. France. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is. By the way, chat, I see what's going on with the whole the conversation. Can I refer you back to the message I gave at the front end of the stream? This is the sort of thing we're talking about. That sort of toxic conversation around, oh, we missed out the. Even if we're subverting it, just drop it, okay? These things happen. Come to peace with it. France is a correct answer. How many people said France? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh dear, 23 people said it. 23, you lose the maximum of 100. It would have been more if we didn't have that cap there. But yes, unfortunately, you lose the maximum of 100 points policy. You're down to 55. Bad luck. Let's move on to Arun. Arun, can I have your second answer, please? No, it's the same, Marcus. It's a cap of 100. Cuba. Cuba. Is that a correct answer? Yes, Cuba's good. Red and white and blue and nothing else. How many people said... it was called the France. How many people said Cuba? Just the 3. You lose 15 points. It's a good answer. pressure on Ben here for his final answer. Ben, this has got to be been given by 6 people or fewer if you intend to win. Can I have your second answer, please? Nepal. Nepal. Famously not a rectangle. Does it only have red and white and blue? It is a correct answer. How many people said Nepal? Just the 2. You lose 10 points, and at the end of all of that, it is the score, the order in which you came in. Pollister takes the bronze, Arun takes the silver, but the second time gold medalist this evening, finishing with 180, it's Ben! GG's indeed. Very well played. And very well done to everyone in the audience game as well, because you left no wiggle room there and you made for a very, very tense final. Let's take a look at all the answers. Unsurprisingly, France was the most popular answer. 23 people going for that for 2 points. 21 going for the United States for 4 points. Then a bit of a drop down to Russia. 17 people saying Russia for 6 points. 14 saying the UK for 8. 13 went for New Zealand for 10. But interesting, New Zealand is more popular than its slightly bigger next door neighbour, but never mind. 8 players went for Iceland for 12 points. Red, white and blue. A lot of blue on that. Australia, that's the next door neighbour. 7 said Australia for 20 points. 7 went for Luxembourg for 20 points. Hello, Digital David. Welcome on in. You've missed the carnage tonight, just in time for the calm moments. 7 players went for Norway for 20 points. And 7 went for Thailand for 20 points. 6 went for Costa Rica, 24 points for that. 6 went for Liberia for 24 points. Good answer there. 5 went for Chile, which we had from Ben's first answer. Well done there for 32 points. Czechia, or the Czech Republic. 5 players saying that for 32 points. 5 players going for North Korea for 32 points, or the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. 5 going for Slovakia for 32 points. 4 going for Samoa. Good answer for 36 points. Yeah, the Netherlands, I think it did require the, but let's not have any more discourse about that in chat. Well done if you got 36 points out of that. 3 went for Cuba, which we had earlier on from Arun for 40 points. 3 went for Laos. That's a very rarefied answer. Very well done if you gave me that. 2 going for Nepal, Sam and Kegler. Great answers there. And 1, it was Fluffy Bunny who went for Panama. 44 points. Very well played. And well done if you got any of those at home, indeed. And at the end of all that, we know who our top 3 are. Gold, silver and bronze to Ben, Arun and Pollister. But let's take a look at our final VR headset of news and check out our lobby medalists. Or lobby medalist. Silent Marine finishing on 56. Dan on 65. Tigo 67. Prug 71. Apodo 73. Maxio 74. Woollyback 76. Pyro 80. Conrad 95. CJ 96. Marcini and Midgeton Webb on 100. CFTR on 100, SJ 102, Lingo 110, Opsy 113, G Eisens 116, Hallian 122, Cola 124, Vertigo 140, Mark and TigJR 158, Too Many Carrots 159, Jack 163, Jogging 166, Clive 174, Silver Electron 175, Ralph 176, Toppy 189, Stimson's Angle 193, Flyboy 212, Kegler 218, Shapes 221, Fluffy Bunny 225, the slightly discoloured, I've done the colours for the top strap, Pollister gets the bronze on 230 because the finalists get what they started the final with plus what they finished the final with. So Pollister on 230 taking the bronze medal and Nando on 237 and up to our top 6. ABMe 246, Solomon 254, Michael 277. It's Sam who takes the lobby medal 333. Arun takes a silver 340, and Ben takes a gold with 395. Very well done to our medalists and to everyone who's getting some points out of that. We'll convert those points into pennies with some multiplication or other, and that's been distinction. Well, that was very exciting. Yes, just to Colo's point, no one was being toxic tonight. I'm just moving it on before it could become that way. So I'm just very aware of what I said at the front of the stream. And I thought that's the sort of thing that can very easily generate into something. And it's also the sort of thing that, you know, if a writer latches onto and, you know, feels bad about it because it affects the scores or so, it's not really something that's worth getting problematic about or bringing up. So I just thought I'd nip that in the bud before it went anywhere. But that's the sort of thing that I was talking about. If you missed the beginning of the stream, go back and watch it on the VOD a bit later on. And Cola, thank you very much for being on this, and welcome to the stream. Right, it's 10 to 10 we played one game. Oh my God in heaven. Well, it was a huge amount of fun. I enjoyed it immensely. And I'm just glad the software held up, because had that not held up, that could have been, well, I wouldn't have been in as good a mood as I'm in now. I'm going to get myself another glass of Prosecco. I think I've earned one. Just generally not about the quiz. Spokes, welcome to the game. Have a seat. Welcome on in. And a message from our sponsor, G-Isons. God, no.
Time for triple hexagons?
Just regular single hexagons coming up, because after the break we are going to be playing Risky Business, as written by Stimson Zangle and proofed by Topper, I believe. Was it Topper? It was. Risky Business by Stimson Zangle, proofed by Topper. Hopefully there'll be slightly less chaos as we go into that. But time will tell. A message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach.
Just grab the whole damn bottle of Prosecco.
Bottles, plural, I think, Kegler Coach. Thank you for the 100 bits. Guys, thank you all very much as well for your forbearance tonight. I know it would be very easy for that to get frustrating with that, so I'm just relieved that it was just a little bit of a time sink rather than having to completely, you know, plug back all the scores in. So hopefully it was a relatively smooth transition. More fixes that I obviously need to put into the time machine, but it's good that it got to at least that point. I'm going to put some ads on, so if you're not subscribed, you'll see some ads, but we won't start the next game without you. Risky Business by Stimson's Angle, coming up in a few minutes' time. I will see you on the other side of the break. Go get a drink, go get hydrated. It's still very, very hot at the moment, very humid, so make sure you're staying hydrated. Get some more snacks, go to the loo. We'll be back in about 5 minutes for even more game night. I'll see you then. Well, after the most chaos as fuck game of Distinction, but a very enjoyable game of Distinction, so thank you very much once again to Dogfish. The chaos was not your doing, Dogfish, it was all on me, but I hope you had fun with it nevertheless. We're going to take a short ad break, and when we return we'll be playing Risky Business by Stimson's Angle. It's going to be a load of fun, and I hope you'll stick around for it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. How's everyone doing? Recovered from the chaos? It has been a bit mad tonight, but yeah. Oh, smooth jazz. That timed out quite well, didn't it? Ah, well, what larks? Yeah, just in case anyone's not in the Discord, and if you're not, why not? Come join it right there. I've been making some changes, sort of just catching up on a lot of the admin that I did during the in-between season hiatus. A lot of the builds have had fixes and patches and tweaks to them. Distinction was an example there. The Purge, you saw some on Thursday night as well. But also, I finally gotten around to uploading Season 18 to YouTube. So I said Season 18 to YouTube. So, Game Night on Demand, Season 18, you can now go and watch at your pleasure. And I discovered that it's a ball ache to actually go back and upload. It takes a lot longer to upload local footage than it does to migrate it from Twitch to YouTube. So I'm going to get into the habit of migrating immediately after stream as part of my pack down. So hopefully Season 19 moving forward, you'll be able to get episodes virtually immediately on YouTube. And in the Discord, there is now a channel for On Demand, so you can go and browse with the data view filters in Google Sheets, so you get easy access to any format that you like. If you would like any other searchable data points, I know Vertigo mentioned, could you list all the authors of all of the games and stuff? It's like, well, yes, I can. That is not high on my list of priorities to go back and check all of the VODs for all of the authors or go back through announcements, as David also suggested. If anybody wants to do that, if anyone is into data trawling and wants to give you access to the spreadsheet, so you can edit those in if you like, but it's not that is not particularly high up on my agenda. So yeah, if you but say anyone is welcome to contribute to it. But yeah, if you do fancy a furious flashback over the last 18-19 seasons, that's all available in the Discord and all uploaded nicely to YouTube and itemized into playlists. Hooray, warts and all. Anyway, I've not got much continuity to do at the moment. This is Ash is on his summer holiday. Very great. Hi, Ash, by the way. Thank you for coming in and being the don't send message man during that rather chaotic game of Distinction. But we wish him well, and I hope you're having a lovely time. And as I say, you've had the Friday off so far, but. Enjoy, envelop yourself in summer holiday. I seem to recall him saying there's lots of things going on in his life, so we wish him well and we look forward to seeing him back in the new academic year or whenever is right for him. Now, something I mentioned in the Discord earlier on. Right, now, okay. I hadn't realised how far on we'd come from episode 400. Episode 400 only seems like 5 minutes ago, but it was, in fact, over nearly 18 months ago now. I think 18 months, not quite 18 months, it was over a year anyway. And obviously I've been doing 2 streams a week, which means episode 500 is on the periphery. At the moment, the last episode of this season is penciled in for episode 498. I might squeeze in an extra stream, which would mean the season 20 premiere, which is going to be mid to late September. That's likely, yes, periphery. That's likely to be episode number 500. And I'm thinking of doing not a huge all-day thing, but a sort of 6-7 hours stream and doing a sort of tournament day. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. So if you've got any thoughts or suggestions on that, do make your voice known in the Discord. It'd be something to mark the occasion for 500 episodes of 500 episodes, bloody hell, of Game Night. So yeah, hot tub stream. Will I have moved by then? Will I have moved by then? Because that's not beyond the realm of possibility. I don't think I will quite have moved by then. It's probably happening a few weeks after. So season 20 is also likely to be a bit disrupted with me moving house again. But that's good. Yeah, a hot tub stream could be a thing that happens. Suggests I have a hot tub at the new place, maybe. Anyway, I've got lots of things going on in my life at the moment. It's all very exciting, and I'll fill in with more details as and when I know. But yeah, it's just good to be back, and after back in season 19. I hope you're all having a really good time at the moment. For those of you who are here at the weekend, next week we have got next Saturday. Crossfire, Bidding War, and The Escape Artist once again. The Escape Artist on Thursday. We've got it next Saturday as well. So that's the 26th of July. Crossfire, Bidding War, and The Escape Artist, written by Clive Naughty Goth, first time writer outside of Spotlight, and Oni has written The Escape Artist, and that will be Oni's 99th question pack. So we're looking forward to that, assuming their 99th question pack doesn't come up in Spotlight, which is on Thursday, along with Cryptex by JR and Red Herrings by Lingo. So that's Thursday, 8 PM BST, twitch.tv/royal_flush. Thursday night for Cryptex, Red Herrings and Spotlight, and next Saturday for Crossfire, Bidding War and The Escape Artist. So do hope you will come and join us for those. Right, time for some hexagons. That's enough continuity. I wasted enough time. No, it's already 10 o'clock. Let's try and keep this game under an hour and we can all go to bed before midnight. But yes, time for some hexagons. This pack has been written by Stimson's Angle. It's been proofed by Topper, and I hope you have some fun with it. You will need the Universal Controller, and blissfully, there shouldn't be any issues with prefabs not being a thing this time around. But we'll see, I guess, won't we? If you're all ready, let's have some hexagons and some sexy doo-wops. It's risky business! And if you want to play, SHSW is the code that you need. 5 Stages of Grief, Bechamel, Veloute, Rue, Brooklyn, the last answer of the board. Quite right. Fortunately, I had the foresight to buy 3 of these disposable, they're not really disposable anymore, vape pens, which is really good because I've sort of pretty much run out of juice in my big one. So, yeah, so it's good. I've got something to yeah, do that, which is lovely. Although I feel like this one is stronger. It's a higher voltage. This is a sour raspberry, but it's not particularly sour. I don't know, I find it quite refreshing. It's sort of like got a mintiness about it. So yeah, come join the game. Come join the game. Bit of risky business. So chill quiz tonight, fun quiz. So incidentally, yeah, I'm gonna have to crowbar in an extra stream somewhere. It's likely to be on that Thursday, which currently has no stream penciled in. I definitely can't do the Saturday because I'm at my parents'. But the Thursday after, I think I was considering being away. I've got the week off work, so I was maybe going to be away. But that may now not be happening because the plan is I'm moving house towards the end of the not towards the end of the year, sort of end of September. So at the moment I'm just being incredibly frugal at the moment. Not spending money unless I absolutely have to, because conveyancing and moving out is very expensive. But on the plus side, my office is going to like quadruple in size, which is amazing. Go visit the Retro Collective in Gloucestershire if you're free that weekend. Which weekend? What, the 10th of August, the weekend I'm at my parents' in Staffordshire? I will not be free that weekend. I'm doing the Burton 10K on the Sunday, so won't be free to go exploring Gloucestershire, regrettably. Yeah, like I say, I've got so much going on at the moment, and money is just being very, 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 very careful with money. Not because I'm going for broke at the moment, or falling on hard times. I'm still fairly comfortable. I'm still in work and stuff, but it's just conveyancing is just fucking expensive. So new place that I'm getting. I'll show you some photos at some point. It's my office is like 6 meters long and 3 meters wide. So it's actually like the length of this virtual room, pretty much. So the pool table's going to be behind me. So I may be losing the green screen and just having pool table on display. Give me more excuse to do more big break style stuff moving forwards. But and it's going to open. My office opens onto the garden as well. I've got a little south facing garden. Legally to stream big break light, absolutely. Yeah, physical control room. So I'm really, really excited about it, and I sort of figure after the last year or so that I've had, it's a fitting denouement. It's sort of all bittersweet, but it's life, isn't it? So, but then, to be fair, there is already a pool table behind me, a real one though. Your kebabs arrived! Great success. I think that warrants a fanfare. Here you go, fanfare for your kebab. Right, I think that's enough. We nearly got a full lobby here. This is great. 36 players in, I think, which is lovely to see. I think if we're all ready, we should just get on with the game. It's risky business. It's been written by Stimpson's Angle, approved by Topper. Let's have some fun. This has also had some changes in round 3, which we'll get to as and when we get there. I haven't got the list open in this instance of Chrome, so I can't actually regale you with all the things. Hope there's some other sources around. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I'd love to see other sources around. Someone got a fanfare for a kebab. Flags piled up like receipts on a spike. Groundhog Day quizzing, and finally, right, I've gone through the raid myth. There's a lot of raid messages, a lot of variations on a theme of boing. But yeah, we'll pick one of those a bit later on. For now, let's go to round 1. It's favourable odds. You need to select one of the correct answers from the 5 presented within 15 seconds. With each question, the number of risk points available increases, whilst the number of correct answers decreases. Incorrect answer at any time will reduce your risk points to 0, but abstention will preserve your currently accrued risk. In other words, if you've got some points built up, you do not have to play because you will lose them all. To play question 4, you must have some risk by the time we get there, and you must choose to risk based on the answers alone. The question's worth double the risk points, but only one of the answers will be correct. If you choose to risk on that question, only abstention will be treated as an incorrect answer. Okay, so if you've got some risk and you want to try it out based on answers alone, that's the time to do it. It can make for very big rewards, but also it's risky to get there. Hence the name of the game, Risky Business. 3 sets of 4 questions in this round. Very best of luck to you all. Starting with this first one, there's 5 options, 4 of them are correct, and if you can find any of them, you'll get 2 points. Let's take a look. Options are carrot, beetroot, pumpkin, cabbage, strawberry. Welcome on in, Jack. Name a fruit or vegetable that appears in the British hymn Cauliflower's Fluffy. Hello, Naughty Goth. How's your evening out been? Hope you're keeping well, my dude. I have heard of this, but not for a long time, and I would struggle to tell you. Well, I would be able to tell you this because I've got them in front of me. Carrot, beetroot, cabbage, and strawberry. Now, this is Glastonbury 2025. Stop saying never heard of it, Chad. We understand you've never heard of it. You should. Go to church. Well, actually, they probably don't do it at church much anymore, but Glastonbury 2025 featured a primary school bangers sing-along with James B. Partridge. The set was so popular, the field needed to be closed to manage crowds singing along to well-known hymns including Give Me Oil in My Lamp, Lord of the Dance, and Cauliflower's Fluffy. So it is in popular culture at the moment. It did make a resurgence. I couldn't believe that. I mean, because I play at probably a dozen weddings a year when people sort of say, oh, can we have, all things bright and beautiful? I'm like, oh, yes, if it's your wedding, you pay me, I'll play what you like. But I do try to steer people away from the primary school bangers, as they're called. They're not my particular brand of vodka. Fluffy is not a cauliflower, coming through from Fluffy Buddy there. Pumpkin was the wrong answer. Bad luck to Polis Asylum and Silver Electron. Everyone else getting themselves 2 points. Well played. On we go, next question. 5 options here. 3 of them will be right. 3 points if you can find them. Remember, you don't have to play, particularly if you've already got risk there. Let's take a look. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Stanford University, Yale University, Princeton University, Columbia University. Name a US Ivy League university. 3 of those are right. There's an answer from everyone. 4 incorrect answers there. Yes, MIT and Stanford are not Ivy League. The 8 Ivy League universities are all located in northeastern USA. This group were originally members of the top NCAA Athletics League. Continued sporting excellence gained these institutes funding that allowed them to recruit top academics from around the globe and establish their reputations for academic achievement. So you've got Yale, Columbia, Princeton, Brown, Harvard, Oh, I used to know them. Yale, Princeton, Columbia, Brown, Harvard, 3 others. I can't remember. Someone in chat will tell us in a minute. Dartmouth, of course. Dartmouth is one of them. Princeton. Oh, Princeton's on the board. Yeah, anyway, whatever they are. MIT and Stanford are not amongst them. Bad luck if you got that one wrong. Let's go on. Lots of players with 5. Paulus with Silver Electron with 3. G. Eisens, Pyro, Silent Marine, Solomon yet to score. Last opportunity to do it before the risk question. Spokes, welcome to the stream. Oh, Cornell and Penn as well. If you got Yale, you're locked in. Very good, because it's like the lock type. There was they did a musical theatre thing when I was at university. They did a recruitment drive for Yale, and there was a big musical theatre number that they put together. So I'll have to dig out at some point, because that was, you know, cover it in, it's so cheesy and hammy, cover it in egg and, you know, call it an omelette. But it was quite entertaining. Let's move on. Question number 3. There are 2 correct answers here. 5 points if you can find one. You don't have to play, and your options are Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel frescoes, Piero della Francesca's The Resurrection, Botticelli's The Birth of Venus, Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, and Donatello's David Bronze. Name a Renaissance artwork created in the 16th century. Yes, italics. Isn't it fancy? I know. Kudos to Simpsons Angle for the... Can we use rich tags in this game? Unprompted, they've got it. There was a note from Topper saying, check with Ben whether rich tags work, which I saw when I exported it. Fortunately, they do. But yeah, you can do that. And incidentally, any question writers, if you want to make questions be colourful or italics or underlined or bold, you can do that with TextMesh Pro. It's really handy. It's a bit of a flap to actually format it correctly. But for things like this, it's... JR's getting ideas now. Animated GIFs, no. In theory, you can have emoji, but I need to make sure I've got the emoji library installed in the game you're doing it. Overuse of rich text will result in me tutting very loudly. There is that as well. Dangerous tool for JR. But yeah, it's... Tell me this for Red Hounds. Yeah, of course, it's a thing in Red Hounds. I think we used it the first time. So yeah, I sometimes think italics don't look particularly clear in some of the fonts that are used in the graphics, but... yeah, but I know Ash has done this. He's done emoji rounds in Wipeout and things, and there's emoji have been used in Danger Zone historically as well. So, yeah. Anyway, Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel frescoes and Da Vinci's Mona Lisa were both created in the 16th century. Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa between 1503 and 1506, whilst Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel roof between 1508 and 1512. All other artworks were created in the 15th century. So there we go. Well done if you got some points there. Quite a few banks going on there, or abstentions, which I don't blame you. Got a handful of people on the maximum. Vertigo. Who's that? Too many characters. Opsy, Michael, Mark, Hallian, and Flyboy on the maximum of 10. Remember, you only get the options for this next question. If you want to risk, you have to risk on the options alone, and abstention will be treated as wrong. If you don't want to risk, or you haven't got any risk, leave it blank, and we'll put your points in the bank, and they'll be safe. But let's take a look at the options for the next question. NB, PS, IE, EG, ETC. Bank or risk, and it says that on my device now as well, which is nice. So I don't accidentally start blurting out the question halfway through. Oh, there's a bit of grace time, so we've hopefully got around that issue now with the race case, where before people banked really late and they banked their points, but were also able to answer the question. I'm hoping that's been fixed. So, we've got a few players risking here. AB Me, Clive, Fluffy, Lupine, Samster, Silver Electron, Maxio, Hallian, Pyro, Jack, Opsy, and Flyboy. All risking 10s, 8s, and 5s on this risk question. For everyone else, sit back and relax. But for you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, here is the question. No abstentions, or it will be treated as wrong. Good luck. Name the initialized web browser that was succeeded by Microsoft Edge. Yes, the rare friendly trap. It was a rug pull, but it was a relatively gentle one. IE was the answer in 2003. Internet Explorer was used by 95% of people. However, by 2012, it was mainly used to download Google Chrome. Love it. What that best host note of the night, that is. Love it. Or Firefox, indeed. No, Google Chrome, yeah. I'm on. I haven't yet migrated to Firefox. I'm still toying with the idea since ad blockers went away on Chrome. But it's either that or I'm just going to get a YouTube Premium subscription. So my girlfriend listens to YouTube Music all the time, and I'm just thinking it might be worth getting a YouTube Premium subscription. The adverts drive me batty. They really do. Anyway, everyone who risks that getting it right, I'm sure there's quite a lot of people who banked there who may have been able to get that one right, but IE was the right answer. Very well played. Let's put those points in the bank. 3 people with 20. Opsy, Hallian, Flyboy, an early lead for you. Let's do it all over again. Another set of 4 questions. Starting with this one, 5 options available, 4 correct answers and 2 points if you can find one. Here are your options. They are squash, kickboxing, cricket, softball, lacrosse. Name a sport that will feature in the 2028 Olympic Games. And that's an answer from everyone. Just 2 wrong answers. Pyro and Spokes going for kickboxing. Unfortunately, not the one. I played squash a couple of weeks ago. Love that game. I really want to play it more often. That breaking will be in 2028 in Los Angeles. That does seem like a missed opportunity, doesn't it, Hallian? Squash, cricket, softball and lacrosse, your right answers there. Baseball and flag football, i.e. non-contact American football, will also feature in the 2028 games, with only breakdancing, not returning from Paris 2024, as Hallian has already told us in the chat. Well done if you got some points there. 2 points to you. Let's go on to our next question. 5 options available here, and 3 points. 3 points if you can find one of the 3 correct answers. Here are your options. Sternum, patella, scaphoid, phalanges, pectoral girdle. Name a part of the body that is touched during the song Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes. What a belter of a question that is. Oh, I love that. Remember, you don't have to play. You don't have to play, but everyone has. Hallie and Michael and G. Isaacs going wrong on that one. Everyone else finding a correct answer. What a cracking question that is. That's really, really good. Yeah, the patella, the phalanges, and the pectoral girdle are all touched in head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Infant school content for the win. Indeed so. Love it. So in humans, the shoulder is comprises 2 bones, the clavicle and the scapula, that together make up the pectoral girdle. So the pectoral girdle will be your shoulders. The patella is your kneecap, so there's your knees, and the phalanges are the bones of your toes and fingers. The scaphoid or the scaphoid, however you pronounce that, is one of the carpal bones that make up the wrist. So scaphoid is there. A common thing when you get a repetitive strain or a carpal tunnel. And the sternum, aka the breastbone, which is in that area. Where is the breast? Is that the breastbone? Is that the breastbone? I don't actually know. It's assumed breast to be, well, not a bone. Oh god, there are so many directions to go. I'm going to move on rapidly. The breast is not a bone. This could lead to an awkward conversation. Anyway, moving rapidly on. Next question. 5 options. 2 of them are correct. 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play. There's a lot of players on 5 points here. The breast is not a bone. Oh, Michael, I think you've reached your cap of raid messages tonight, so that one's not come in. Let's take a look at your options for question number 3. Here they are. Jackie Chan, Ibrahim Koma, Steve Coogan, Michael Palin, David Tennant. Name an actor that has portrayed Passepartout in an adaptation of Around the World in 80 Days. You don't have to play. The breast is not a bone, not a cat jumping in on the coattails there. A few abstentions there, don't blame you. Jackie Chan and Ibrahim Koma were the correct answers. The incorrect answers, Steve Coogan, Michael Palin and David Tennant all portrayed a Phileas Fogg persona. Chan and Coogan starred in the 2004 movie, whilst Koma and Tennant starred in a 2021 TV adaptation that appears to have passed me by. I normally know everything about David Tennant. The 1989 docuseries Michael Palin Around the World in 80 Days sees Palin attempt to emulate the adventures of Phileas Fogg, though he went as himself rather than a fictional character. Oh, a few wrong answers there. Paid for Fluffy, Jack, Maxio, Michael, Midget on the web, Bridge Player, Puzzle Hexagon, and Jogging and Polister. Bad luck. Everyone else, so you have got points. 10, 8, 5s, and 3s are the metrics that you've got. So you've got the opportunity to risk on this question. Remember, you only see the options. If you choose to risk, double points if you get the right answer, but abstention or a wrong answer, and you lose the lot. If you want to leave it blank, we'll put your points in the bank. But let's take a look at those options, and you can see what you want to do. Here they are. Onigiri, jollof, paella, biryani, risalamander. Bank or risk? Surely somebody. Oh! Get ready for... Oh, to the universe controller not change? Oh, well, the internet just had a sneeze. Still says get ready for the question. Okay. Ben stalks David Tennant. He does not stalk David Tennant. Okay, well, let's see if it updates from here. Oh, it's been banked out. I guess that's just a little internet sneeze there. Sorry about that, everyone. I cannot control the internet and its whims. Oh. No, that sounds like there was a hiccup higher up. We get recovery mode for a bit of fun. No, we cannot. Right, I'm going to run the question anyway, and I was going to bank anyway, so, well, apologies we've lost this opportunity. All your points have been banked. Let's take a look at the question anyway. Name a rice dish typically eaten as a dessert. Oh, what? Okay. Your recovery mode has been banked. Well done, ABB. It's the only... What the fuck is happening? It's Risalamand. AB me, you managed to double your 0 points of risk because you had no risk because it went in the bank. Risalamand is a Danish rice pudding typically eaten as a Christmas dessert. Biryani, paella, and jollof are all savoury one-pot rice dishes from South Asia, Spain, and West Africa, respectively. Onigiri is a Japanese snack of steamed rice formed into triangles and wrapped in seaweed. I thought it was a delay. I put in that delay so that this sort of thing wouldn't happen. Oh, never mind. 00. Yes, very well done, everyone there. Apologies to Tangle that that question hasn't had the full impact. But the internet decided to sneeze itself. Let's put the points in the bank. Oh, they're already there. Flyboy and Opsy with a lead of 30. Hallian's got 25. Silver Electron on 21. 4 more questions coming up. Let's do it all over again. 5 options. The first of these questions, there'll be 4 correct answers worth 2 points. If you can find them, let's take a look. Options are: The Buried Giant, Never Let Me Go, Clara and the Sun, The Remains of the Day, All the Light We Cannot See. Name a novel by Kazuo Ishiguro. Okay, the internet's working again. No, not that one, Hallian. Bad luck. A few wipeouts there, but no points, so nothing at risk there. Hallian, Apodo, Conrad, Kegler, and Maxio wiping out. Everyone else getting 2. Yeah, Buried Giant, Never Let Me Go, Clara and the Sun, and The Remains of the Day are all by Kazuo Ishiguro. Born in Japan but growing up in England, Ishiguro studied creative writing in Norwich and received the Nobel Literature Prize in 2017. All the Light We Cannot See is a novel by American author Anthony Doerr? D-O-E-R-R. Anthony, how do you pronounce that one? Someone can tell me that one. I would say Anthony Doerr. Some are interesting. Chance to check out Roll for Sandwich. No, I didn't. I saw you posted that, but say the last few days have been a bit mad. Anyway, All the Light We Cannot See was the wrong answer. Doer. Dave. I was going to go, yeah, Anthony Dave. That works. On we go. 5 options available here. 3 correct answers. 3 points if you can find one. Let's take a look. Huragok. Octorox. Rhinox. Moblins. Lizalfos. Name a species of enemy you might encounter in a Legends of Zelda video game. Yes, bless you. Legend of recovery mode. Hallian, I think you've exhausted your raid suggestions now as well. Huragok and Rhinox are incorrect. 5 players abstaining there, 3 wiping out. Moblins, Lizalfos and Octorox have appeared in numerous Legend of Zelda games, most recently in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch games. Rhinox are villainous species from the Spyro series, Spyro the Dragon, whilst Huragok are a mainly neutral alien race from the Halo franchise. So there we go. Well done if you got some points there. Quite a few of you on the maximum of 5. One more question before the big risk question. 5 options available. 2 of them are right. 5 points if you can find one. And your options are Islands of Adventure, Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disneyland Park, Walt Disney Studios Park, Disney's Animal Kingdom. Name a Walt Disney World theme park. A Walt Disney World theme park. Pyro, AB, me, Conrad and Lingo wiping out on that one. A few abstentions, but a couple of people going for it. Yeah, Disney's Hollywood Studios and Disney's Animal Kingdom are Walt Disney World Studios. My notes here say disneyholidays.com/Walt Disney World/theme parks. Presumably because we've got the citation and the host notes box mixed up. But looking at the original sheet, Walt Disney World in Florida is comprised of the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. Disneyland Park can be found in both Disneyland, the original in California, and Disneyland Paris. Also in Paris is Walt Disney Studios. Islands of Adventure is in Florida, but is one of the Universal theme parks. No worries, so that happens all the time. Right, very well done if you got some points there. Time for a big risk question. A lot of players on 10. Polister Jogging, Spokes, Tiggo, Michael, Jack, Ben, Vertigo, Silent Marine, Sam, too many characters, Ralph, Mark, and Clive have all got 10 points of risk, and they may want to attempt doubling up, or they might want to put it safely into the bank. The choice is theirs. Only one correct answer out of these 5, and I won't show you the question until after you've made the decision to bank or risk. Let's take a look and see what happens. Your options are Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Libra, Sagittarius. Bank or risk? Okay, Kegler, Puzzle Dan, Fluffy, Hallian, Flyboy, Tiggo, Spokes, Michael, Arun, Polister, Shapes, Apodo, and Silver Electron are all having a go. Oh, I see some refreshers coming in for BC, Maxio, and Clive. Have we had weird client things again there? Very strange. I think we have seen a perfect 60. Not for a while, though. No gamble, no future. Sorry, Clive. I can only apologise. Yeah, if the internet's doing sneezy things tonight. Please don't. Anyway, here's the question. Abstention has treated us wrong. Good luck. Take a look. Name the NASA program that preceded the Apollo missions. Psych. Now it's Cloudflare! There's Silver Electron missing out on that one. Everyone else doubling up. It is Gemini. NASA's first program. Mercury focused on putting a human into space. The Gemini project followed, developing and providing proof of principle for key technologies required for the Apollo program to take humans to the moon. Capricorn was a fictitious program designed to put humans on Mars, as referenced in the 1978 movie Capricorn 1. There we go. Well, it's been a very interesting opening round. Let's put those points into the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 1. You read the scores, I'm going to get another drink. Right, we are furnished. My girlfriend sat in the kitchen. I just went to her and I said, "Do you want to come and say hi to everyone?" She just went, "Nope." I was like, "Okay, fine." Right, a bit boring reading the scores. Yeah, there's the scores. 41 to Hallian. Flyboy's got 40. Opsy's got 35. Those are the top three. I trust you've had time to read that. Proves that is not going to be the raid message. It's not, but I appreciate you trying. Ben does not stalk David Tennant. And the internet has hay fever. Yeah, apparently the internet does seem to have a bit of hay fever today. Oh, there's so many Boeing-related messages. Anyway, those are the scores going into coming out of round one. Let's play on round two. It's the board game, and in this round you can select as many of the 9 options as you like within 60 seconds. On each board, at least 4, but no more than 7 will be correct. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many, because where's the fun in that? That's just Wipeout then. So this is Wipeout, but with extra risk. For each answer you get right, I'll give you 5 points. However, if you give me even one wrong answer, you will get nothing for the board, okay? There's 3 boards in this round in total. I'll bank your scores after each board. So there's more boying. I, Ben Lathbury, promise to break NDA on Hot Seat if you give me 20 quid. I cannot back that up, Clive. I absolutely cannot back that up. And no, we're all excited about Millionaire Hot Seat coming out. And yes, I do work for the company that is building it. I cannot tell you any more about it, but since there was a press release this week, application for it. Don't mention me is my advice. If anyone is applying for it, don't mention that you're part of a quizzing community that's run by one of the people building the software, because that may not do well for your application. So yeah, that would be my advice generally if anyone's applying to go on TV shows. Just don't mention me. And mention you're in a quiz community, but don't mention the guy who runs it. It also builds software for them. Yeah, it's just like, no, not them. So anyway, so there's one person in chat who will ignore that. It probably will be. Don't even mention you're in a quiz community, so you barely know what quiz is. That's the way to go about it. Right, so you can give as many as you can. Give me as little as few as 1 if you like. If you give me 9, it will definitely be wrong. So here's my advice. You must press the submit button before the end. This is not like Hackbox, where it will just take the answers that you've pressed. You must press the submit button before the time runs out, but once you've submitted, you can't then go back and give more. Okay, so make sure you use all the time. You've got full 60 seconds. It will show on your device. So use that time wisely. Don't submit until you're absolutely sure, and make sure you hit submit before the end. Good luck. Let's go to the first board. Here are your options. Goldfinger, Casino Royale, A View to a Kill, Diamonds Are Forever, License to Kill, Moonraker, GoldenEye, Spectre, and From Russia with Love. Identify the novels written by Ian Fleming. Okay, how many have we had? Lots of 5. Well, 4 5s so far. Seems to be the maximum. 5 5s now. Any more for any more? Last 10 seconds or so. Silent Marine Ben, let's have an answer. And there we go. How did you do? Okay. Oh, look, I love it when it does that. The right answer's on the left and the wrong answer's on the right. Goldfinger, Casino Royale, Diamonds Are Forever, Moonraker, and From Russia with Love were the correct answers. Fleming wrote a total of 12 James Bond novels and 2 short story collections. From A View to a Kill is a short story that features in the compendium For Your Eyes Only. Its name was adapted for Roger Moore's final Bond movie, A View to a Kill, but the screenplay was an entirely original creation. And it wasn't called A View to a Kill, it was From A View to a Kill, so that is a wrong answer. Unfortunately, yeah, Spectre was, I'm pretty sure that was made just for the 2015 movie. GoldenEye was famously, I thought, the first, Obviously not the first, because License to Kill is also there, which was License to Kill was 1987? 1989? It was one of the Timothy Dalton ones, I think. Or was it Roger Moore? No, I'm thinking Living Daylights and A View to a Kill may have been... I can't remember. Anyway, GoldenEye was 1995 with Pierce Brosnan, and a great film it was as well, but not a novel by Ian Fleming, unfortunately. 25. There were only 5 answers up there, so one to Halliard, Michael, Sam, and Shapes for finding all 5. Opsy, Clive, Ralph, Kegel, and Solomon finding a safe 4. Tiggo, Bridge Player, Colo, Midget on the internet, Jogging, and Lingo finding 3. Flyboy, Mark, and Jack finding 2, and Vertigo and Woollyback finding 1. Everyone else, unfortunately, had at least one wrong answer there, and you have wiped out bad luck. On we go. Board number 2. Let's take a look at the options. Anything between 4 and 7 are correct. Here they are. United States, New Zealand, England, South Africa, Argentina, Wales, Australia, Fiji, and France. Identify the national teams that have won either the men's or the women's Rugby World Cup. The taste of it, the smell of it, the text. It's that Goldmember you're quoting at us there, JR. That is not an Ian Fleming novel. James Bond in Goldmember. Okay, anything between 4 and 7 of these will be correct. Boom, 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 bum, 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 bum. Ding, 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 ding. Right, last few seconds. Tiggo, Jack, Sonny Marie, let's have an answer. Schmork and a pancake. A spliff and a waffle. Cigar and a something else. And there we have it. US, New Zealand, England, South Africa, and Australia are correct. They're the 5 correct answers. Well done to Hallie and Michael and Bridge Player for finding all 5 of those. Argentina, Wales, Fiji, and France, unfortunately not. Since 1987, only 4 teams, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, and England, have won the Men's Rugby World Cup, with France being the only other team to make a final. In the Women's World Cup, the winners have been New Zealand, England, and the United States. Fiji have won Olympic gold in rugby sevens, but have only made it to the quarterfinals in the Rugby Union-based World Cup. Not the final, and definitely not won it. Very well done. If you got some points out of that, quite a lot more wipeout going on there. No one going for more than 5 answers, which is nice to see, but unfortunately still finding at least one wrong answer. Well done. If you got some points out of that, let's go on to the final board of the round. Anything between 4 and 7 is correct, and your options are Kit Kat, Sherbet, Froyo, Toffee, Cupcake, Wafer, Oreo, Apple Pie, Jelly Bean. Identify the Android operating systems. Okay, last few seconds. Tiggo, Silent Marine, let's have an answer. Silent Marine. There we go. And back down you go again. Unfortunately incorrect. Very well done. If you got the 5 there, Kit Kat, Froyo, Cupcake, Oreo, and Jelly Bean. Starting with Android 1.5, all versions of their operating system up to 2019 used a confectionery-themed naming scheme that progressed alphabetically, starting with Android Cupcake and concluding with Android Pie. Oh, hello, Ape. Frozen Yo-Yo. Indeed. Welcome to the streamer, dude. Hope you're keeping well. Long time no see. Everyone say hi to 8 Minky. We love 8 Minky. Nice to have you here, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Yes, sherbet, toffee, wafer, and apple pie. The wrong answers there. Well done to Hallie and Michael, Ralph, Flyboy, Conrad, and Lingo, finding all 5 of the correct answers, banking themselves 25 points. A lot of 20s up there, has to be said, and not quite as many wipeouts as well. Anyway, that is the end of the board, and it's the end of the round. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores. Clive, you stop that at once. You stop that this instant, sir. Right, goodness me, we've got some big scores coming into this round. 116 for Hallian and 105 for Michael. Still theoretically possible for anyone to win because there's 120 points available in the last round. Ralph on 90, Opsy 85, Shapes on 80, Flyboy and Sam are on 75, Solomon and Vertigo on 70, Cola, Mark, Tiggo on 60, Bridge Player on 59, Silver Electron on 56, Clive and Fluffy Bunny and Jack and... too many characters. On 50, Kegler, appropriate name, I guess. Kegler on 46, Conrad and Lingo on 45, Spokes has 43, Apodo's got 41, Ben and Woollyback have 40, Proogs has 37, AB Me has 35, a Midget on the internet has 30, Puzzle Dan's got 29, Jogging on and Silent Marine on 25, G. Ison's on 22, Paulister on 20, Maxio and Pyro on 18, CJ on 17 and JR on 15, but all of that can change because it's time for round 3. It's this or that. You need to select the correct answer from the 2 options within 7 seconds. And if you've not played this game before, they go by jolly quickly. So make sure you are answering quickly. Very quickly. Get it right, and you earn increasingly more risk points. 1 for the first, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and so on, up to a maximum of 15 if you can do a 15-answer streak, which will net you 120 points. So technically possible for anyone to still win. Answer incorrectly at any time, and it will reduce your risk points to 0 and reset your streak. If you abstain, it banks what you've currently got, but will reset your streak. So you go 1, 2, 3, that's 6 points of risk, bank it, and then you start building up again from 1. So you're risking more, but your reward is greater. It's a perfect final round, and one of my favourites, I have to say. But only 7 seconds, but they're 50-50 options all the way. So let's see how we do. Much to play for, and this is where the risk is very much the weakest link. Is what this round is, the weakest link, but you're your own chain. So a lot of different ways this could go. Hallian and Michael and Ralph with home team advantage for 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. Let's see where the questions go. Good luck to you all. I'm going to clear my my log just because it's getting a bit slow. Good luck. Question number 1. This or that. Options are not staying in. Not going out. BBC sitcom created, written by and starring Lee Mack. It's not going out, airing since 2006, currently on its 14th series. I can't believe that's still going. I remember watching the first series, I think, when I was at university. Fuck, says Alien. Topper requested this, by the way. The question number will now persist on the broadcast and should also persist on your Unicon as well. So, in case you're thinking strategy about whether you risk or bank and how many questions are left and so on, you've just got a little bit more information for you there. Not going out is the answer. Let's put the points in the bank. There we go. Next question, 2 of 15. I like that. I like that a lot. It says that on the broadcast, and hopefully it says it on the Unicon as well, which would be nice. On we go. Question number 2. This or that. Options are. It do. Hooray! Again, competent programming. That's all you want from me. Competent programming. On we go. Question 2. This or that. Options are. Ball kids. Line judges. Absent from Wimbledon 2025. The line judges were absent. Now, I didn't know. I hadn't read this before Wimbledon started, and obviously I was off work for the first week of Wimbledon this year, and I was just going, where are the line judges? They're not there. I googled it. They said, they've done away with them, and now it's all. And actually, I googled it after there was. I was thinking there'd been no challenges. I said, surely he's going to challenge that. And then one of the commentators said, oh no, they can review it, but the decision stands. And it's like they've gone all electronic now, which I think is probably a good idea. Apart from the time when they just left it switched off and wasted half an hour arguing over a point that was definitely out, and then they ended up playing a let. But yeah, my notes here anyway. So electronic line judging when it was turned on. So Stimpson's Angle and I very much on the same wavelength. Replaced human line judges at Wimbledon this year, leaving the French Open the only Grand Slam not to use the technology. Still got Roland Garros with actual human beings, but yes. They still have ball kids, though, sprinting over the court. That's a hard job being a ball, and you've got to be so aware. And then they're just like, ball, no, ball. there's like martial. They're really martial, really militant about it. Anyway, well done if you got some points out of that. Wally back banking a single point. Let's go on to our next question. Question number 3, this or that. Well, let's reset first of all. And let's go on to our next question. Question number 3, this or that. Options are... George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, single-term US president. George H.W. Bush, George Bush Sr., served as the 41st President of the United States from 1989 to 1993. Served for a single term when Clinton came in 1994. Clinton served for 2 terms. Then George W. Bush Jr., who served for 2 terms before Barack Obama took over, served for 2 terms. Then Donald Trump, then Joe Biden, then Donald Trump again. There you go. History of American politics for you over the last 40 years. Very well done if you got that. Vertigo and G. Eisen, Solomon, Optimats, Too Many Carers, A Midget on the Internet, and Tigo, all banking 3 there. Let's pop them into the bank. As we go to question number 4. Said, read my lips, no new taxes introduced, new taxes. Yes, and then I've got that button. Question number 4. This or that options are... carbon dioxide. Oxygen. Consumed by plants during respiration. Now, I'm thinking of this. I'm just trying to parse this question myself here, because it's like, I was thinking, plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen, don't they? But like other living organisms, plants react oxygen with glucose to produce energy during respiration. With love, you're such a bastard. There's a lot of buoying there. An awful lot of buoying and risk being lost. Oh, that's... But I clicked the wrong one there. Yeah, it's one of those ones you've got to read the question, but that's what it's about in the heat of the moment. I don't know where you live. I'm still not entirely sure I understand the throes of the question there, but well done if you got some points. Let's reset that question. There were so many points that went in the bank, my logger actually didn't log them all. But there's a lot of no, there weren't many things. There were a lot of wipeout. It only logs wipeouts more than 10, I guess. Anyway, moving on from that upset of a question. Please explain to me so I don't get it wrong again. Well, like other living organisms, plants react oxygen with glucose to produce energy during respiration. I guess the thing where they take in carbon dioxide is a different thing, because we breathe out carbon dioxide, and I always thought plants breathed it in. O stands for oxygen and nom 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 nom. Photosynthesis. Oh, right. So photosynthesis is the thing that brings in carbon dioxide, and respiration that brings in oxygen. I learned something genuinely new today. So if for what it's worth, everyone, I would have gotten that one wrong as well. Anybody got that one wrong? Yeah. So every day's a school day, am I right? Right, let's go on. Question number 5. This or that. Options are... Indeed they are, Stimson. Ever green, ever given. Ship that blocked the Suez Canal in 2021. Here's a nice one for you. Well, not for everyone. I'm fairly sure I've seen this question in this exact form, ever green or ever given. This is a JR question from last time we had Risky Business. Yeah, the ship that blocked the Suez Canal was ever given, and it worked for it was part of the fleet that was Evergreen, I believe. The fleet was called Evergreen, but the company was called Evergreen. The ship was called Evergiven. Approximately 12% of global trade passes through the Suez Canal, so it was a small problem. AB me, you've just lost 10. Bad luck on that one. We've got maximum risks of 15 with Pyro and Michael at the moment. Everyone else is on lower than the maximum. But yeah, AB me losing 10. It now tells me if you've lost 10 or more. Let's put the points into the bank. No points going into the bank, so we're not putting any points into the bank. Hallian's still got the bank lead. Let's look at the potential lead. Not much difference, but Michael does take the top spot with a potential of 120. Hallian's potential only 117. We order by risk. That's what we had before. Let's stick with the bank lead for now. Still 10 questions to go. Let's go to question number 6. This or that. Options are small intestine, large intestine. Which is longer? You can shout, you fool! At them, like Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, it's a small intestine, which is famously not small. It's about 7 meters long. The small intestine is longer but narrower than the 1.5 meter long large intestine, but the large intestine's a chunky boy. I couldn't tell you the difference between them. I just know the small intestine is longer. Very well done if you got that one right. Let's put any points in the bank. There are no points to go in the bank. So we move on to question number 7. This or that. Options are Euler's number, pi. Which mathematical constant is larger? Pi 3.14, etc. 141592. That's as far as I can go. Euler's number is 2.72. Something circles. Is that the golden ratio? No, that's phi. Let's get Euler's number and phi and Euler's constant. I don't know if they're all the same, but yeah, 2.72 for Euler's number. Pi is 3.14. Well done if you got that. Woolly Back banking 3, Puzzle Dan banking 6, Silent Marine and a midget on the internet, CJ Binks banking 3. CJ Binks banking 3. Jogging, you've just lost out on 10 points there. Bad luck to you.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. Let's put the points in the bank. As we move to question number 8, this or that. Options are triangles, squares, highest ranked pink guards in Squid Game. It's the squares, fam. I've still not seen season 3 yet. I know it's now available on Netflix. We watched season 2 and quite enjoyed it. We need to get around to season 3. But yeah, pink guards' ranks are denoted by the number of vertices presented on their mask's symbol. So circles are the lowest rank with one vertex. Triangles with 3 vertices and squares with 4. Oh, you must watch Squid Games. Yeah, Squid Games really good. Really, really good. I enjoy it a lot. A lot of bank happening there. Vertigo banking 10. Pyro's banking 28 there, as is Michael by the looks of it. Lupine and G. Eisen's banking 6. Conradlac banking 6. Cola banking 10. Too many characters and shapes and spokes and Samster all banking 6, as is a Run and Fluffy and Silver Electron banking 10. An awful lot of bank happening on that question there. Let's put the points into the bank. And Michael has the new bank lead with 133. Hallian moves to second. Ralph is still in third. We'll check out the potential scores, although a lot of banking just happened there. So, what's going on with the risk at the moment? Who's got the risk lead? It's Flyboy, Clive, Ben, and Paul is there with a risk lead of 10. Flyboy there with the most in the bank, so they're the ones to keep an eye on. But let's go on to question number 9. This or that. Options are rotational, reflectional, symmetry of the Union flag. Is it working, Dan? Is it working out? I'm hoping it's a good strategic plus for the Union. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad I put that in. You've got Topper to thank. That was Topper's idea. We're flying the flag upside down. Yeah, it's got rotational symmetry. On the UK's Union flag, or the Union Jack if it's flown at sea. You know, that was my understanding of the distinction. The red diagonal cross of St. Patrick is offset so as to not be obscured by the white diagonal cross of St. Andrew. It is rotationally symmetric, 180 degrees, but it is not reflectionally symmetric. Well done if you got that one right. Let's put no points to put in the bank there, so let's move on to question number 10. This or that. Options are Staples, Summerfield, Clive Blank Lewis, Chronicles of Narnia author. And Clive and Lewis are both here tonight. Clive Staples Lewis that's what the S stands for in C.S. Lewis. Well, hey, says Lewis. You in a question? I'm not doing anything to Lewis, thank you very much. Clive, we're going to play My Mind's Gone Blank. Clive Watt Lewis, Chronicles of Narnia author. There's, Staples was the answer. Fun fact, there's a character in Lost called Charlotte Staples Lewis, which is how I would have known the answer to that one, because she's a character who was introduced in season 4, and Charlotte Staples Lewis was named for C.S. Lewis. Clive Staples Lewis. Poor Lewis. Clive, what have you done? Why are you stapling Lewis? I've only just got that joke. That's really slow. Maxio banking 6, Paulus banking 15, Silent Marine banking 1, Hallian banking 3, and Lingo banking 10. A couple of wrong answers, a few wipeouts there of some small points. Let's put the points into the bank. And Colin, welcome to the stream. Coming in just before the end. Nice to have you here. Stapled into what? Indeed so. Right, Michael's got the lead. Hallian's in second. Ralph is in third. Let's see if anything changes if we order by potential. Not a lot. Flyboy moves up to fourth, potentially. They got 21 points of risk and 75 in the bank. And still 5 questions to go. So much could still be done. Much could still change. Let's go to question number 11. This or that. Options are Hadrian's Wall. Berlin Wall. For the second time, which is longer? Or was longer? You might think, but at 96 miles long, oh, for F, the Berlin Wall was 26 miles longer than the 73-mile-long Hadrian's Wall. 96 miles was the Berlin Wall and was the correct answer. Tiggo banking 6, Flyboy's banking 21, cutting losses there. Clive lost 21 on that one. Oh, Clive, you could have had such joy.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. 21 points in the bin they go. That is not fun. Let's put the points in the bank. Michael, Halley and Flyboy now. Flyboy, Ralph. Oh, look at this. Battle for third. 96 points each for Flyboy and Ralph with no risk. This could be very interesting. Who have we? I mean, there's not a huge amount of competition behind. Maybe Shapes. 86 in the bank, 3 points of risk. Takes them up to 89. And of course, the more risks you got, the more you're increasing. Still 3 questions to go. 4 questions to go, I beg your pardon. So let's see what happens as we go to question number 12. This or that. Options are Like a Virgin. Like a Prayer. Madonna single released first. Like a Virgin, touched for the very first time. Number 1 hits in the UK and the US. Madonna's Like a Virgin was released 5 years prior to Like a Prayer in 1984. I'm not sure which one was 1984. It was 5 years prior to Like a Prayer, comma, in 1984, or 5 years prior to Like a Prayer in 1984. I think Like a Virgin was 1984. I think Like a Prayer was 1989. But Stimson will be able to give us more information on that. No banks happening there. Let's move on. Ben's got 36 points of risk. I'm pretty sure Like a Virgin was 84 as well. Michael's still at the top. Hallian in second. Flyboy and Ralph neck and neck, 96 and 1 point of risk. Let's go on to question number 13. This or that. Options are... oh god, Republic of the Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Borders Gabon, Shapes has got it. He's now got 10 points of risk, as has Spokes, but Shapes with that big bank could make a difference. Oh, Ben losing 36. Oh, no. Oh, 36 points of risk going in the bin. Maxio banking 3, G. Eisens and Solomon banking 6, Conradlek banking 1, and too many characters and Lingo banking 3 there as well. But BC, that's a big loss of 36 points. Oh, say bye-bye. Where's the sound effect that I want on the soundboard gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Have I not got it on my new soundboard? Oh, yeah, it's there. It's the baseball bat. That's what I wanted. I can't find my way around this soundboard. No. That one works as well, doesn't it? Critical error. Yeah, anyway. It's the Republic of the Congo, for what it's worth. And I don't think I actually went through the stuff. Oh, they've been there a while, I just don't press them very much. Yeah, Republic of the Congo borders Gabon, included as some of us, including this question writer, only learned there were 2 Congos last season. Yeah, there are very definitely 2, which has been a point of contention in the past, but pie is a fake, indeed so. Anyway, 2 questions to go. Let's just take a quick sneak at the potential. Shapes, no, it doesn't go much, but does move into that 3rd place tie with a bank on the next question, though Flyboy has now got the advantage with those 3 points of risk. Hallian and Michael look pretty comfortable at 1 and 2, but with 2 questions to go, Shapes could still get up to 21, which would afford them 107, which would be 3rd place. So actually, yeah, 1 and 2 are in stone, but it's a battle for 3rd place at this point. What was that true distinction? Yeah, I could have played it then. On we go, question number 14. This or that, options are Michael Douglas, Michael Caine, actor Michael Keaton's birth name. Yeah, because of the rules of equity, there can only be one Michael Douglas. So apparently, Michael Keaton selected Keaton at random from a phone book, which is less exciting than David Tennant, who picked his name from Smash Hits. He named himself after Neil Tennant from Pet Shop Boys. 3 points of bank going in for Woollyback and Hallian. And Shapes and Spokes still with 15 points of risk. AB Meat with 10. Let's put the points in the bank. And 1 final question. Let's just take a look at the potential now. Shapes has still got the potential to... because Flyboy has got the potential for 102. Shapes has got the potential for 101. So Shapes, it is incumbent on you getting this one correct, which should be enough to put you 1 point ahead of Flyboy, even if they get it right. So the battle for the bronze is still on. It looks like it's Shapes and Flyboy, but let's not dismiss Ralph and Opsy. Well, let's dismiss Opsy because they've got no risk in 88, but Ralph could get there if Flyboy and Shapes go wrong. Let's see what happens. Final question of the night. Very best of luck. Question 15. This or that, options are this. Demonstrative pronoun for a close object or current event. It's this, and I have done this before, but lovely for the last question. A shame they didn't put them in the right order. That is a real shame. I really should allow the authors to pick the pack option. That'll be coming in a future update. Oh, and well done, Optimas, for getting that one right very late. Yeah, demonstratives are words used to indicate the spatial or temporal location of an object. This and that can function as both pronouns and adjectives. For events currently occurring or objects closer to the referent, this is used, like this vape pen, as opposed to that vape pen, which is further away. That refers to events not currently occurring or objects that are further away. Case in point, for me, this vape pen, that vape. Oh, that doesn't really work because it's closer to you. This vape pen or that vape pen. If you're doing like that, they look like they're the same size. Yeah, anyway. They're not the same size. This is small, that is far away. That works as well. So, Vertigo putting in 6, Solomon putting in 1, Silent Marine putting in 3. That is the end of the question, the end of the round, and the end of the quiz. Let's put the final points into the bank and check out the final scores. And it was Shapes who pipped Flyboy at the post thanks to that increased bank score. Beats Flyboy to the bronze medal. Flyboy missing out by 1 point on 106, but it's Shapes who takes the bronze with 107. But congratulations to Hallian with 123 on the silver and Michael with the gold on 133. A great hustle from all 3 of the top players there. Very well done. And for everyone else, points will be converted into pennies, and they'll be added to your bank when the credits roll in just a minute. And that concludes Chaos Stream for Saturday the 19th of July. Thank you very, very much to Simpsons Angle for a wonderful pack of Risky Business, and to Topper as well for giving it the once-over and the proofing of the game. It's been a huge amount of fun tonight, if not a little bit chaotic. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I'm going to pick a raid message and we'll pick a raid target. Prey is still going, so we will probably give him a look in if he's likely to still be going. For Preycast, friend of the community. He's been streaming all the way through. He's got 27. Is he on a bit of a stream-a-thon, or is he just doing an extra long one at the moment? Let's take a look. Would be a sensible raid target. Looks like he's still going. We'll go right into Preycasts. I think it'd be so. If everyone could stick around, that'd be really good. It'd be really nice to share a nice big audience. So stick around just for 5 minutes while we get our raid on. That'd be really, really kind. Let's support the rest of the wider community. Thanks again to Stimpson's Angle for writing to Topper for proofing. Thank you to everyone for playing. I hope you had fun. I'll see you for the wrap up after the credits, and congratulations to Michael, our risky business champion. See you after the credits.
Shoobity whoopity 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 whoop shawon whoop shawody 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 whoop shoobity whoopity 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 whoop shawon whoop shawody 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 whoop shawon whoop shawon shoobity whoopity 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 whoop now.
Oh, that's the second time in 2 streams I've pressed the wrong button there. I just accidentally low-lighted one that I actually liked, and I've now got to find it again. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? There it is. That's the one I wanted to highlight. Right, last opportunity to get raid messages in. I'm just having a second pass of the ones I've filtered. There's so many good Boeing related ones. I might have to give them all out. That's a really good one. I think that one supersedes the first one that came in on that one, so I'm gonna have to do a thumbs down on that. I really like that. Some updates have happened. Right, I've got it down to a few, and there's going to be a lot of pennies going out. There's so many good Boeing ones that it might be difficult to pick a winner. But pennies going out to Shapes for some updates have happened. Going out to Lupi for Danny Boyle. The zombies are calling. I think I've got to give them all to the Boeing ones. So still got Boeing. It's all gone Boeing. Or the Boeings that survived the second pass. Still got Boeing. It's all gone Boeing. That's too similar to the other one that I haven't mentioned yet. Yeah, quite like Yonkers is a stage of grief. Here comes the Boeing. And then some un-Boeing related ones. Fluffy is not a cauliflower, and the breast is not a bone. And no, I'm not going to pick that one out, Nicky. I've got it down to 2. 2 to choose from. One of them is Boeing related, and one of them is non-Boeing related. So if you got some consolation pennies for those, well done on your acumen tonight, guys. It's been a truly chaotic stream tonight, and again, apologies for the lack of null check in Distinction. I will fix that and rebuild that almost immediately so it doesn't happen again. It's a really, really silly thing. I mean, it shouldn't be able to happen because the room code's not on the screen, but it just happens because people join in the game. That's probably why I did it, when in reality I should have just done a null check. But the more you learn, forever learning and picking up new things. So Chaos Street, it's been a huge amount of fun. Thank you to everyone for all the bits and all the subs. I recognise there's been a lot come in during the time of Chaos, and I hope it's all very much appreciated. So thank you for bearing with me. I've had a huge amount of fun. Thank you again to all the writers this evening. We've had 3 great packs tonight. Very many thanks to Lingo for Battlefront, to Dogfish for Distinction, to Stimpson for Risky Business, and to the proofing team as well, who've tackled those. Stimpson's Angle for proofing Battlefront, Toot for proofing Distinction, and Topper for proofing Risky Business. Here's one final message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
Even errors can be entertaining.
They certainly can. Thank you for the 100 bits there, JR. And again, yeah, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, just go back and check the VOD, because I'll probably stick it in the Discord as a highlight as well. It's just something I felt wanted to say. I didn't want it to detract from the rest of the stream, and I'm glad that it hasn't. But yeah, we just want to keep things as wholesome and friendly as possible. And as ever, hugely grateful to all of the team, the writing team, the proofing team, the mod team, the admin team, for making things continue to work. As they do. I am going to be back on Thursday. Have a wicked rest of the weekend, everybody. Enjoy the sun if it comes out. I think it's been a bit grey today, but we got a bit of sun this afternoon. I'll be here on Thursday with Cryptex by JR, Red Herrings by Lingo, and Spotlight by a bit of everybody. And of course, next Saturday I'll be back with Crossfire by Clive, Bidding War by Nordy Goth, and The Escape Artist by Oni. There's a lot to look forward to in the next week. I think you should pick this one, but I'm not going to pick that one either, Topper. I love all the Boeings, but there was too many, so I think it's going to be BC who's going to get Will Always Have Boeing. That was my favourite Boeing message, so you get 50. But it's going to be a non-Boeing message that is going to be our raid message, and we are going to go and raid Preycasts and share the love over in his community. It's AB Me who gets the raid message this week. Well done if you got depression at home. Oh, the sound of joy just came from the kitchen as another bottle of Prosecco got opened. Well done if you got depression at home. A call back to our pointless game. Our distinction game earlier. Oh, Christ, don't say pointless. I was going to cancel that raid because I started a bit soon. Brilliant. I'm going to see you all in the week. Do come join the Discord if you're not there already. And I'll start up again in a minute. I started too soon because I've got more waffle to do. We did not play Pointless earlier. Please do not sue. We played Distinction, which is a legally distinct game from Pointless. Oh God, I'm all at 6s and 7s. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you Thursday night for even more game night. Until then, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care, peace out, and good night.